Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Night Shift Let's Talk Gaming. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the man himself. You know him well. He is the wise one, the author, the patriot, the pony slayer, and the pony bot tear maker. It's our boy, Hargeet Chani, my dude. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going busy. But yeah, outside of that, there's stuff going on. It's not that much, but you know, there's still stuff going on. We'll get into that fun.
We will get into it. There's definitely a fun show to be had. Definitely some really deep topics. Okay. I will say that this is something that's been going kind of crazy on the Twitters of the world, where obviously there's been this big discussion about exclusives and whether Xbox is allowed to have them versus what other people are normally doing, and some major games that should be exclusive. We're going to talk about it. There's a lot going on there, so we're definitely going to dive deep into it. Also, previews for Wolverine are out, and I mean, I just got to call a spade a spade. Like, I'm not impressed. It did not make me say, oh man, look at the previews, now I'm ready to go pre-order or get ready to buy this game. It's done nothing for me, so we'll talk about it together, obviously. Then we had one of the chief ponies, Colin Moriarty, put out a video basically confirming what we've been talking about, how PlayStation just doesn't give a crap anymore, and it just kind of moved on. So it's an interesting listen, and it's definitely worth chatting about. And then Gears. Yes, Gears is here. Gears has been amazing. We played with the crew, everybody. We were playing last night. It was phenomenal. Ended the night with the dub, got a nice win at the end. That's the way we ended it, beautifully. So we'll talk about that, and also those dope as controllers. That's right. How is it that Xbox is the only one who can make fire controllers? Well, it's because they're amazing. That's the long and the short of it. But we'll definitely talk about it. We'll take a look at them. It's gonna be a good time. But before we do any of that, of course, we need to shout out the homies who are live in the building with us, and also everybody who support us over on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. You guys are awesome, so thank you guys so very much. But of course, we do want to shout out our YouTube elite members. That's right, we have the homie Dark Angelic, Queen Witch, and Broke Boy, and then we have our inner circle members, the homie Pragmatic Eagle and Hargeet Chani. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And then, yes, July champs are in the building. Most top threes. Number one in the building for the month of July was our boy Dark Angelic. Most first super chats came from our boy Broke Boy. Biggest super chat came from our boy Mad Leprechaun. Most biggest super chats came from the homie Anonymous Boss. Top three most gifted subs was literally a three-way tie between Bounty, Spartan 661, and Hargeet. And then the most subs gifted at once, again, identical between them. So shout out to you guys. Thank you all for the support. Now, You guys, you know how we do here, man. You guys live in the building right now. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight on this Friday night. That's right. We made it. It's the end of the week. Okay. We done did it. Now, you guys, you know, you are the most special people on the internet. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. That being said, there are a few people who are a little more special. Okay. These specials, we would call them these specials. How do you become these special? I'll tell you very quickly. See, we went ahead, we go live, we put up that on-point bat signal. They saw that and said, gee, Willikers, Batman, I need to be in that building. And in that building, they were the first three. And I could tell you, this was tight. This was tight. The top three, actually the top four, all showed up at the same exact minute. All four of them. So, you know, who typed longer? Some people might have regrets, you know what I'm saying? And be upset that they wrote so much. But they are the specials. That's right. First three people in the building. They are the specials of the evening. Now, the real question is, who are these people? Hargeet?
Who?
Number 3 is our homie, Michelle Alexandria. Shout out to Michelle. She's not messing around. She's number 3. She is a G. She done did it. Shout out to Michelle. She made it. She's one of the specials of the evening. Now, number 2 is our homie, is our boy, the man who tried to play Gears with us multiple times last night, but could not. But he's here today. Number 2 in the building. He's not messing around. He is Power Boss. Shout out to the homie, Power Boss. You made it. You were number 2, my friend. You did it. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, my brother. And number 1 in the building. The absolute best spot of the night. I gotta tell you, our homie is not messing around. He is Rylan Killer. Rylan Killer in the building. Rylan is not messing around. He is making a move on this month already. He's been in that top 3, crushing it. So shout out to Rylan Killer. Of course, you know him as 1/4 of OnPoint Nerd Nights, Anime After Dark panel member. He's the man with the master plan. Make sure you check out our show on Wednesday nights to check him out. But yes, guys, you did it. You are the specials of the evening. Shout out to you guys. Let me go ahead and update this banner very quickly. Make sure that we get you in here and you get your credit. All right. That was the Rylan Killer. Bam. 1. Power Boss. Bam. 2. And Michelle Alexandria. Bam. 3. You did it. You're in it to win it. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Let's say a quick what's up to the homies who are live here right now in the building, and then we're going to hop right to it because we got a lot of things to talk about. So we can't diddle-daddle, okay? We got a lot of things to say and not a lot of time to say it. So let's go ahead and get it going. But before we do, shout out to the homie Cage, El Vampiro Borracho in the building. I see you, homie. Thank you for being here. We got the homie Malcolm X Lax, who did go ahead and join us last night, squad up in Gears. And did we win the final match? Yes, we did. Malcolm X Lax doesn't mess around. All right. He's out here slapping people up in Gears. Good man. I see the homie E Ranks in the building. Shout out to you, homie. Thank you for being here, my brother. Appreciate you. Pal Xbox for life. What's up, my brother? Thank you for coming through. Lauren in the building. What's up, man? Eric Vaughn. Eric, what's going on, my dude? Ryu are gaming. Our boy, our brother. What is up, man? Gentle Stone, what's going on, my dude? Thank you for being here, man. Good to see you. The homie Be Nice in the building. He also tried to hop in. I thought he did try to hop in and couldn't. It was a crazy time, but shout out to Be Nice in the building for coming through, man. We appreciate you, bro. Where am I? What? Gentlestone says Sony going to require Sonycoin to shop on PS Store. Sony wanting a stable coin bodes bad things for their future. Hold on. Is that real? Hargeet, did you hear anything about that? Sonycoin?
I did not hear any about this. No.
Is that a real thing? Or are you just being crazy?
I don't know. That would be pretty crazy, but I wouldn't put it past them.
So like was it like a Sony Bitcoin? Like a Sony crypto? That would be crazy. Sony's wilding. Well, I don't know about that. That's a lot. We'll see. I see the homie Trey Bone in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Be nice here says Gears E-Day multiplayer is fire. Yes, it is. Wait till they unload the maps. Gonna be fire. Absolutely. Listen, I'm split between the maps. Both maps are fine. I like the market better than the other. And I only say that because I tend to do better in the market versus the other one. Okay. I think market for me has more defined lanes. So it's a little easier for me to know and expect where people are going to be coming from. Whereas I forget the name of the other one, but it's so big and so open. It just, I get shot up from different directions. And, I'm trying to get good, but I need to, I need to have some time. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. Gentle Stone says, not joking regarding the coin, but sarcastically joking about store requirement. Oh, okay. Because that would be ridiculous. All right. RC Polygon in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. He says, I find it so odd that so many people who are pro exclusives are the same people who are very pro anti-consumer, as they want to remove options from people so they could feel better about themselves. Listen, this is the thing. All right. I understand it 100%, right? I understand the mentality. Matter of fact, Hargeet and I kind of don't give three shits about it. That being said, like, Xbox made their choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, Xbox has decided that this is the road that they want to go down. So at this point, people who are for it or not for it don't matter. Like, Xbox has already decided this. So people wanting it now, that's on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So what comes from that is up to them to deliver, right? And that's where a big part of the discussion comes in. So we're definitely going to talk about it, but unfortunately, the whole pro versus anti-exclusive scenario, that conversation is pretty much gone. Like, Xbox made the choice. They already decided what's happening. Now the real discussion is not pro exclusives or not pro exclusive, like pro or not pro. It's who thinks Xbox can have an exclusive now versus everybody else who are allowed to have exclusives. All right. So we're going to talk about that for sure. But yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Oh my God. Powerball says, yeah, it's called Sonium. It's backed by the US dollar, supposedly. That's real crazy. I would not understand how they would go ahead and have they barely have money. How are they gonna make coins for people to buy? Like, that's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. Archangel Nexus, I see you playing. Thank you for being here, homie. Thank you for coming through. Tegan in the building. What's up, man? Yeah, Sony's on some other stuff, but listen, we're gonna hop right into this bad boy. All right, let me get my chapter. Where am I? Okay, well, first of all, let me get the topic pulled up over here. That would be probably the best case scenario for sure. So if I do this and then do this and Is this shit hiding? What am I looking at? Are we Oh, I didn't realize they moved it back out. Okay, my bad. This is all behind the scene Twitter bullshit that I, for some reason, didn't know was happening. Okay. All right. So I got this ready to go. Let me get my chapter here. Timestamp. All right. So it begins. Listen. We all know that Xbox has officially decided to introduce exclusives back into the conversation. Okay. And they made a huge deal about it at our E3, right? The June showcase this year. And they went ahead and introduced Gears E-Day for this year as the exclusive game. And then Clockwork Revolution next year for 2027 as the exclusive game for Xbox. So we have two games, okay, that are lined up as exclusives. One of those games is huge, which I would say is Gears, okay? And then one of the other games is not so huge, right? Clockwork Revolution, although it'll most likely be like a fan favorite, like people will like it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal in the world of exclusives. But Xbox happens to own other IP, okay? Other IP that would absolutely crush as an exclusive and would cement Xbox as a major player in the exclusive game. Okay. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I will tell you. I'm going to use our boy Jez Cordon and his article, because in his article, he goes into our homie Asha's statement. But so Windows Central put out this post, says, should the Elder Scrolls 6 go Xbox console exclusive? There's a poll in there. By the way, you know, their poll now requires you to sign up for their email, so you can't just see the poll and see the results. You can do the poll, but you can't see the results without signing up. So it says, with Xbox revisiting exclusivity and CEO Asha Sharma dropping hints, people are wondering whether or not Microsoft could take Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive too. What do you think? Okay, so that was the tweet. Now, here is the article. So, first thing I want to do is, hold on, there's so much crap that pops up. Jeez. All right. First thing I want to do is jump right down to this. Okay. Our homie Asha put up this post on Twitter. She said, live playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 6, and then 8 asterisk with like everyone is saying the title is Sentinel. So she played Elder Scrolls 6 this morning, which was the 11th. It was a few days now. The scale and grandeur are incredible. The story is even greater. Okay. So first of all, we know Asha's not a huge gamer. All right. So for her to get her hands on this and to comment on how big and beautiful and how immense it all feels, and also getting into the story, tells me a couple things. One, it's better than you can imagine, because for her, of course, she's going to want to hype up her games, but she not having a lot of experience with it and seeing that and being blown away, that's impressive. And then also it lets us know, when she says the story is even greater, it lets us know that they're going to do more of the traditional boom right away. You're starting in that story, right? As opposed to, you know, slowly moving you into it. So I'm very excited about that. Okay. But this sparked a huge conversation that talks about a lot of different, like a lot of different people started chiming in. because everybody has jumped in and said they want this game to be exclusive to Xbox. Like a lot of people, you know, like Clute, our boy Clute out here saying, right, that he wants it to be exclusive. Obviously, we know Helix is coming right around the corner. And, you know, frankly, launching alongside or really close after Helix would be pretty amazing if it were an Xbox exclusive, right? For the Xbox narrative. That's what they want. That's something that would actually, you know, move the needle, right? That would actually mean something to people who are interested in this, right? But if we go back over here, and this is just kind of one step on this, but you know, Jez puts this whole thing together, right? Of basically a for and against, right? Exclusivity. Now, argument against Xbox's console exclusivity, we're not going to go into it, right? Obviously, the money and, you know, you're losing money and blah, 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 blah. Xbox knows about that, right? So that entire idea makes no sense, because if they cared about that, then they wouldn't be doing any exclusives, right? But it doesn't make sense to be selective and be like, well, this I could be exclusive, this not. Like that whole idea is dumb. So the argument against it, everybody knows it, right? Now, this is the argument for Xbox console exclusivity. I'm going to read Jess stuff that he says about it, and then, you know, we'll discuss it, and I'll introduce some other of the words that are being brought out there with these people who are thinking that this shouldn't be exclusive to Xbox. It's a fun time. But so he starts. It says Microsoft and others don't really release data on how many users own both an Xbox. Okay. I don't like when this is, I know he has to do like a setup. All right, let's go. Okay. Indeed, I've been told that a lot of users Xbox sees across its network show up on different platforms, suggesting that even if Elder Scrolls 6 were exclusive, it would still have a pretty huge addressable audience to the tune of tens of millions, even without PlayStation. Facts. If Microsoft were to take Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive, it would send a very strong signal that Xbox is truly in it to win it, particularly if Elder Scrolls 6 is actually very good. And the sales would come in strong regardless. If users can't buy it on PlayStation 5, they'll probably either grab it via Steam, which I can't see Xbox ditching anytime soon, or their dusty Xbox Series X and S they haven't had any reason to turn on for several years. By the time Elder Scrolls 6 launches, Xbox will also have a range of new cloud gaming initiatives in the marketplace too. Direct to Wi-Fi Xbox controllers will be available, shaving a non-trivial amount of latency off proceedings. Elder Scrolls 6 exclusivity might not just be a loss leader for Xbox Helix or Xbox Series X and X. In that context, it could also be a marketing vehicle for buy to own Xbox Cloud Gaming, which I presume Xbox will be looking to market more seriously by the time the game launches. If sales could become an issue under a console exclusivity package, Xbox could also take the step of keeping off Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for a time, similar to what we're seeing with Call of Duty, although I imagine such a move would be pretty unpopular. All right. So this is Jazz's take on it. All right. So first thing, I don't like the idea of floating around, hey, Xbox, take games off of Game Pass if you think they're going to be too big. Okay. I think we need to fall back on that conversation. Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty, we know price increased for Call of Duty, and so it decreased to get it out, right? Done. Great. I haven't pre-ordered it because I was kind of waiting to see more, but I'm not going to lie, they're doing a campaign beta next week. I might have to get that pre-order for that. You know what I'm saying? Just might have to do that. So yeah, I just think the conversation about Xbox Game Pass dropping games needs to die and go away real quick. Like, I don't even think we need to talk about that. But I mean, I think one of the biggest things here, and he talked about possibly helping cloud gaming and all this buy to own stuff. Great. Those are all, side benefits that will come But the biggest thing is that second paragraph where he says if Microsoft were to take Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive, it would send a very strong signal that Xbox is truly in it to win it. And that's the part for me, right? That's the part for me that makes this all so very important for Xbox not to mess up. Like 100%. Elder Scrolls 6 is the game that needs to be exclusive. There's no other way around it. It just has to happen because that's what Xbox put out there as the, hey, we're bringing you exclusives. I got to tell you, no one is going to care if Xbox is bringing exclusives if all that means is that they're getting these small, tiny, nothing burger exclusives. Because guess what? We already had Avowed exclusive. We already had South of Midnight exclusive. We already had Keeper exclusive. We've done the exclusives on the smaller scale, and nothing has moved the needle. And the hardcore fan base was not satisfied with that. So that's the part that really is important. And you know, after Hargeet throws some bars, I'm gonna go get some other stuff that people were talking about. But for me, that's the biggest deal. Now, Hargeet, what do you think about Jez's article and what he's talking about here with keeping it exclusive? He also mentioned like Fallout in the header and never mentioned it again. But basically Bethesda. Why? Like, what do you think about what he kind of talked about here?
I mean, we've already talked about this where it's like, what else do they have? So they have to like take these games and make them exclusive. They decided to get rid of all the small games. So all they have is big games. So like you have to these have to all be exclusive then. Like what's left? So the only thing I can think of is Call of Duty, Overwatch. Those will stay multiplat. Your Minecrafts will stay multiplat. Everything else is kind of up in the air as to like it should kind of be exclusive. I don't know what, like, people might say Diablo should. I don't see why Diablo can't be exclusive. I like at some point you just have to say, well, like these are all your IPs now, right? That's what you wanted to go after, the big games. Well, these are your big games. So like what else do you like? So if you look at the stable, you got your Halo, Gears, and Forza. Fair enough. We've added Fable. And then you have Bethesda, right? And then you have a few games from to be fair, they still have like their the RTS type games. That studio's still around, I believe. World's Edge is still around, right? So they might still have a Age of Empires or something like that. Fair enough, right? But fine. But outside of that, what do you got, right? They killed Flight Sim. They took all the smaller games and said, hey, studios, go away, right? They're still coming, right? We're still going to get State of Decay. We're still going to get Hellblade, all that. Fine, fair enough. But they got rid of all that, right? So you basically are saying like it's the Bethesda games, which is Fallout, Starfield and Elder Scrolls, plus Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein. Maybe you count Indie in there. I don't know. We have no idea if it's going to stay or not, but they had Blade potentially coming out. I don't know if that's still happening under the umbrella of Bethesda or not. If that studio is going to be jettisoned, we'll find out, right? We don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But that's it, right? So then what else do you got? What are you going to go and make exclusive? So that's it. These are your games, right? So so I look at the other side. Elsewhere, whatever they're making, that could be an exclusive. And then like, you have, Diablo, and I don't see where they're going to go beyond that. So they have StarCraft. There's something coming. We don't know. We haven't heard it yet, but there's been rumors there's something coming out with StarCraft. Again, that could be exclusive, right? So there was like an assumption going in that ABK everything is everywhere. I don't know that that's true. I think Call of Duty is the only thing they signed an agreement for. Everything else is up in the air, and Asha could say, it's mine, and it's all exclusive, right? So if you're going to say you want exclusives, and you want big game exclusives, then these have to be in it. Now, there's the counter argument of, well, you know, some of these games were everywhere because not all of them were, to be fair. Morrowind, I don't believe ever made it to PlayStation. Did it? Did Morrowind ever come out on PlayStation? I don't think it did. But Oblivion did eventually go to PlayStation. Skyrim, I think, launched on both. You know, fair enough, but that doesn't mean that the rest of it, right? So if you look at Elder Scrolls 1 and 2, did those ever come to console? I don't even know if they came to console. But you know what they did come out on? The other Microsoft platform, Windows. So those are Windows exclusives. So there might as well be Xbox exclusives. So I see the pedigree.
It is
I don't
not.
care.
Morrowind
never came to PlayStation, right?
Morrowind, no.
Yeah, so that is an Xbox console exclusive. Now, it's also obviously on PC, obviously, right? But that's a console exclusive. So it's not unparalleled. It's not unheard of for Elder Scrolls to be a console exclusive to Xbox because it happened before. Now they own them. Like, there's no reason you couldn't say, well, duh, we did it before. Why can't we do it now? So it's ours. We can do whatever the hell we want. It's ours. So, you know, they did it with Starfield. I don't see why they can't do it here either. So, you know, do they look at like, hey, there's some sales level we want to get to? Well, attract the customers. And look, there's fairness to even say that a lot of the players on this might all be on PC because there's a lot of mods on PC and that's a mod heavy game. Fair enough, right? So they're still going to put it there. It's absolutely coming to Steam. I don't see them pulling it from Steam. That's just not going to happen.
There's no reason.
It's going to be on Steam. So PC players who are going to be the majority player anyway, they're going to have fun with it, whatever, right? So they're going to sell it there. They're going to have it on Game Pass, very likely. Like you said, it's possible here, you know, like Jez is saying. When he says those things, by the way, I always think of, he's heard something. So, but anyway, shout out to Jez.
I mean, how could it not? Like, it's the only conversation to have. And you don't like the fact that Asha is coming out here saying it. I don't think you come out here hyping this game if you know the backlash that's going to come if it's announced for the other platform.
PlayStation. Yeah. Look,
there will be massive backlash.
I think they're kind of learning the thing about like how putting games there hasn't really helped them. It's made a little bit of money, especially on Forza. It made money there. A couple of others kind of made something. It's good, right? The rest of them are like middling. It's not really doing anything, right? So it didn't really help. So this one could sell a lot. It could, right? But on the flip side, is it worth it? So, and they're the ones saying these things, right? Matthew Ball goes out there and says, hey, sometimes it's better to have less sales because it's helpful to your brand, right? So fair enough. If that's what you guys are putting out there, again, neither of us is on this whole exclusives train. It doesn't matter to us. But hey, if you're going to play this game, then yeah, I don't see a world in which you don't make this an exclusive. It makes no sense to me. You should be making an exclusive. Now, there's also the question of timed versus permanent. I don't like the timed thing. I think that's just a slap in the face. Just freaking make it exclusive and be done with it. Right? If you're gonna put it out on a platform, stop the timed bullshit. Just put it there. Just put it there day to day. Let them enjoy it. Why are you gonna like say, oh well, you'll get it later? No. Just put it there immediately. If you're not gonna do that, then just make it permanent. I don't like the idea of this like time things. But either way, whatever. I think it's going to be exclusive. That's my guess. It seems like they're pushing in that direction. There's a lot of other people saying that, right? So it seems to be going in that direction. But yeah, that's what I think Jez is kind of like hinting at where things are going. I think this is like they're deliberating, obviously. And I think Asha has a little bit of latitude to try to bring the brand back. And this is one of the things she wants to play, right? She wants to go with the exclusives route. Fair enough. So if that's the path, that's the path.
Well, agreed. Now, this is the thing, though. The internet is not saying if that's the path, then that's the path. What's happening on the internet is people are saying, instead of minding their own business, okay, because they're so invested in losing these games and losing access to these games, everybody wants to come out and talk crap. Now, one of the people that's gaining a lot of traction from their speech on this is right here. Let me just do this. Bam. Derek Strickland over at Deektown or Deek Tweak or whatever it is. So what's clear, and we're gonna read, he wrote like a freaking crazy, this is like nib style messaging over here. We're gonna read through it, but it's clear people are very concerned with what Asha is capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? I remember before, like people like Colin and all that stuff, before when like exclusives were, where that whole thing was first coming about, people were like, oh no, the game's going to be exclusive. There's no doubt. Nobody's going to take away Starfield or anything from anybody. No. The game's going to, and then it didn't happen and they were all devastated. And right now, because Asha's in the driver's seat, people are shitting their pants. Okay. They are nervous. They know Asha is fully capable of pressing the FU button and saying, no, homie, this is ours. You don't get to play unless you play our way. That she's fully capable of doing it, and they're afraid. So let's read what Derek has to say. Before we do that, let's get our boy Golden Sook in the building. Member for 12 months. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my dude. Says, dang, 1 year. Crazy, right? It's been a year, man. Thank you for the support, bro. I really appreciate you. He says, Elder Scrolls Online exclusive is the only option. Elder Scrolls Online? Or do you mean, I think you mean Elder Scrolls 6. Exclusive is the only option. I agree. It is absolutely the only option. It's the only thing that makes sense. All right. Derek Strickland. Let's hear his argument against against exclusivity for Xbox. All right. Derek says, if Xbox feels okay about making Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive, then they shouldn't actually do it. First of all, what type of statement is that, Hargeet? If Xbox feels okay about making Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive, then they shouldn't actually do it. So, like, if they didn't feel okay about it, then they should do it. Hargeet, what am I reading here? What is it? Crack Kill? I think Crack Kill.
I don't know.
Puff the
That
Magic
one
Dragon?
it's a little nonsensical. I don't know. It is a weird sentence to write that way. Yeah, that should have been written differently, right? I kind of get what he's saying there. Is that even if it is viable, still don't do it. But
yeah, like even if you do believe it'll be making sense, don't do it. No, man, come on, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know how true this is. I'm just throwing in some the ChatGPT numbers, but apparently Xbox was still the primary platform for Skyrim, for Elder Scrolls 5.
Yeah. You know why, Hargeet? Everybody wants to pretend like they don't remember that all of Bethesda games sucked on PlayStation. Every single one. They launched horribly. Skyrim, everybody mocked that crap on PlayStation. No one was buying on PlayStation. That's part of why Xbox 360 was doing so good, because people were like, I want to play Skyrim, but I'm not playing that crap PlayStation version. So they went to Xbox. That, my friends, is really, oh, look, we're twinning. Look at Hargeet and me. Pretty sure that's your Xbox One, right? No, it looks like
an
an
Xbox One.
God damn it, Hargeet.
It's just
I thought that said Xbox. Well,
nope.
I take it back. We're not twinning. God damn it, Hargeet. But yes, Bethesda has a history of releasing bad ports on PlayStation. And that's because PlayStation is doo-doo. Okay. I don't make the rules. Bethesda just told it like it is. Okay. All right. Let's continue. In my opinion, it would be better to make exclusive content or even some type of mode/feature that's excluded from PlayStation. Hargeet. bro.
I
The
don't.
reach is
I
real.
don't buy it. I don't buy it. This is like just begging to get the game ported.
What is it?
I don't get it.
What is it? Begging?
Yeah,
Hargeet, I think you need
I
to press
don't.
the button
I'm
that you
not
have over
trying
there.
to like push
Starts with
negativity
E
towards anybody.
and also D. E-D. What is it, Hargeet? Click the button.
What?
E-D. E-D.
Oh. Why
Click
is this
it.
not on? It's not even on. Hold on. It'll take me a second. For some reason,
It's
I did
worth
not
the
have it on.
moment because this is
I
the
know.
truest form of it right now. This is what we're seeing.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
It is emotional damage, Hargeet. That's 100% what
Yeah.
we're seeing. He is begging. Please don't take it away. I'd rather you just give them a mode. All right. How about this? We get the single player mode and you get a title screen. You know what I'm saying? How would that work? Would you pay? Should they just be able to pay for a title screen to look at it on their PlayStation, but they can't actually play the game? And when they go click the single player mode, it says pay now and it ships you an Xbox and the cons in the game. Does that? I think that would be the best way for that mode to be exclusive. Oh, snap. All right. It says PlayStation has been a big contributor to modern TES game sales. Derek says if consoles stay at $800 to $900, then dedicated gaming in this way won't be seen as a growth trajectory. In my opinion, there is no reason to exclude such valuable content to sell a box whose selling power is already diminished by default. Damn, he's begging and talking shit at the same time. That is some crazy work, my dude. Does he forget that Xbox doesn't need to grow the industry? Xbox just needs to grow the people who own Xboxes. And well, there's a lot of people who have PlayStations who don't have Xboxes. So seems like that is the most likely scenario in the case of the people who want to play this game. And then he continues, yet exclusives can go beyond console, cloud, and PC. So if the Elder Scrolls 6 does go exclusive, we should be thinking about how it will affect the entire Xbox ecosystem, not just Helix console sales. Excuse me. If consoles stay at these prices, I don't think Microsoft expects to sell a ton of Helix consoles anyway, regardless of the value that's offered. Two things need to happen for Xbox to maximize the Elder Scrolls 6 value. One, release it on Gen 9 because Gen 10's install base will be lower due to high prices. Two, make it multi-platform. Because the Xbox console ecosystem has stalled in Gen 9 and Gen 10 may be even worse due to high prices. Yo, you can't make this up. The begging in 4K is crazy. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So he continues, it just depends on what strategy Xbox wants to take. Do what's good for the platform or do what's good for the property. I love, by the way, that he is admitting that he knows that keeping it exclusive would be good for the platform. Right there, he says it, which is exciting for him. That's crazy. This is a tough choice that Xbox has had to make repeatedly with many of its IPs. That's what happens when you own so many billion-dollar properties. And then right at the bottom, Kiss Move says, fuck that, make it exclusive. So I think that just goes ahead and puts a cap on it. Hargeet, what do you think? What do you think about Derek's entire little monologue he put on here for us? And is it viable? Would Xbox be doing something idiotic to leave all that money on the table for them to make off of PlayStation and Nintendo?
Yeah. Why aren't we asking this about Wolverine?
Or
Look,
Sorrows. I haven't sold anything.
right. Sorrows. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Look, ultimately, like, first off, it's not $800 to $900. You can buy a Series S and play that game. It will be fine. And the Series S is still $500. I'm sure there'll be discounts here and there on sale during holidays. You can play for less than that. If you already have a PC, you're good, right? And like, I thought all the PlayStation fans have like massive PCs. Do they not? I was told they have massive PCs, right? No, is that not the case? Oh, okay. So that was another lie. Look, I ultimately, this is not relevant to me. I don't care what Microsoft does with their money. That they make freaking, wait 10 minutes. Oh, there's $1 billion they just made. I don't care. I like that for that. If they want to throw money at it, I don't give a shit. It's not my problem. It's really a question of them figuring out what makes sense for their platform, for their stuff, that what they want to do to go to market. And their strategy is to do this exclusive thing. That's fair. That's fine. That's their choice. They can do it. Their competitors are doing it. Nobody ever questions why Zelda isn't on an Xbox or PlayStation. Nobody questions that. It's always on freaking Nintendo's, the stupidest console as far as performance, right? But hey, whatever. A new one's an Ocarina of Time remake is coming out. Why isn't that on PC? Is that where's the why aren't they questioning this? Are there not 1 billion players on PC? Why are we not asking this question? Why is Nintendo not making more money? Who cares? Not my problem. I don't need to worry about bean counting a company that makes over 100 billion in pure profit every year. It's not my problem. I don't care. They make more money in profit than like half the countries on the planet make total. Like, why do I give a shit? Honestly, it's just not relevant to me. Whatever they want to do, they can do. I'm not going to sit here and penny pinch their stupid wallet. It doesn't matter to me, right? I'm looking for what I get out of it. I want a game to play. And Elder Scrolls is one of my, it's one of those awesome, big, environment games. It's a great RPG. I loved Oblivion. I thought Skyrim was great. I'm looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6. That's all I care about. It's on the platforms that I'm on, so I'm happy. I don't give a shit. If PlayStation fans can get it, good for them. If they can't get them, fuck them. I don't care. It's not my problem. And that should really be anybody's answer to this. Nobody questions why Wolverine isn't coming to PC. Where's the PC port? Where's the announcement? Oh, they don't have one? That's totally okay. Why is that okay? Is that not taking their shareholders' money away? Is that not taking away direct profit that goes to shareholders? Where's the question there? Huh? Where are the questions? Why isn't Wolverine come? Where is it? Why hasn't it come? Where's Ghost of Yote on PC? Where is it? Why haven't we seen it? You're taking away money. It's gonna sell. Why aren't you putting it there? I don't give a shit. It's not my problem. PlayStation decided this is what they want to do. Good for them. Like, it's not my freaking problem to freaking figure out their bottom line. That's what they want to do. Good for them, right? Would I like it on PC? Sure. I think it's better if they have their games on there. But if they don't want to put them there, that's their problem. If Nintendo doesn't want to do that, that's their problem. There's always emulation. Just saying. But so whatever. But as far as Xbox, they have this other major platform. They're not playing the same game Nintendo and PlayStation are.
Yes.
They're still putting it out on PC with 1 billion players. 1 billion. Why is that not enough? If you want to engage, you have cloud, which everybody loves, right? Cloud, everybody wants it. You have cloud, you have PC and Xbox. So it's not just Xbox. It'll be on freaking PC. You can play it there. You can cloud it on your freaking tablet. Like, whatever, dude. Engage wherever you want to engage. It just won't be on Nintendo and PlayStation. It's just those two platforms. Who cares? Your freaking Steam machine will play it if you want to play it there. Your Steam Deck will play it. Your ROG Xbox Ally X will play it. Your MSI Claw will play it. Who just play? What the hell? Just find one of the platforms and play. Like, this whole thing just is annoying to me. Like, all this peroration basically because they all like freaking PlayStation. Well, too bad. Screw PlayStation. They're screwing their fans. To hell with their crap. Tell them to go to hell and don't put any games on that platform. And oh, by the way, make Fable exclusive. I don't care what it costs. Pull it the fuck out of PlayStation. Shove it up their ass.
I mean, Hargeet, you're not wrong, right? Again, if they're going to go ahead and do this, they need to commit, right? Like, don't half-ass it, right? Like, don't half-ass it. You came in here and you said, all right, we're doing exclusives. Don't like bullshit people. You know what I'm saying? That's what that would be. All right. And Hargeet, like, tell me if you agree with this, because like, if it turns out that Xbox is only trying to placate the voices that were making a lot of noise and just say, yeah, here you have exclusives, but they're doing it only for the games that they know are not going to do anything over there anyway, would you think that that is fucked up? Like, would you think that that would be some bullshit that, oh, we're doing exclusives, but not our big games? What? No.
Yeah, I think they need to pull it. I don't care. Like, they could just take the excuse of, hey, we gave you Halo and you didn't buy it. You didn't buy it. So why should we give you Fable? F off. We're just going to pull it. Too bad. We're canceling all the pre-orders. Have a nice day. We're done. Right? And I keep saying this whole, like, but you'll piss off Sony. Who cares? You got them by the balls. They're not, like, they put out old fucking Call of Duties. And those PlayStation suckers bought 11 million fucking copies of old ass games that were 2 generations old.
Facts.
They own them, period. It doesn't matter. They own the game that makes their money. They're not going to be able to do anything. They can piss and moan. It won't matter. They're still going to sell the Call of Duty that comes out. That's the way it is. Xbox can do whatever the fuck they want. They just can't. There's nothing Sony can do about it. They're not going to fucking piss off Xbox. They need the Call of Duty money. It is what it is. They're not going to fuck with it. So pull the game. Pull the fucking game and just be done with it.
Honestly, like, this is the thing. You know, I just, for me, I think Asha needs to have a come to Jesus moment with the crew and be like, listen, I know we were going to do some exclusives, some not exclusives, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's too confusing for our audience. It's too confusing for the conversations that we have on Twitter. They can see these conversations. And it's this back, will they, won't they, will they, won't they? And it doesn't drive anything to the business until that time. If people knew definitively right now, if they knew definitively that Elder Scrolls 6 was in fact going to be exclusive, you would have people who start migrating now, who start saying, okay, I know it's coming out in the next year or two. I got to start saving. I got to do this. They'll start figuring out how they're going to be able to take part in this experience that is Elder Scrolls 6. That's if you do it now. If you leave for the next year or two uncertainty on whether or not there will be this as an exclusive or not, people are spending their money on other stuff. People are spending their money on other stuff. You go ahead, you're hyping them up. You're saying, wow, I played the game. It's amazing. The story's amazing. What does that mean if you can't capitalize on that? Right? Similar to how they didn't capitalize on the disc-based situation. And to be honest, it's almost like that disc conversation has slowly faded away, right? Like, it's not as prominent as it was. No,
it's
you
not
think
as
so?
prominent, but it's still there. It's still there.
I mean, it's there.
I saw one from Gamers Nexus saying, fuck PlayStation, and now I'm gonna go get disc-based stuff from everywhere else. So, like, it's still out there, dude. It's still a big deal. And I think they're gonna, I hope they have the foresight to announce this at Gamescom. It's like a week away, right? That's coming up in a couple of, like, a week and a few days.
Yeah, it's
right?
not too far away. Not too far away. Yeah, they either way, I think they need to start, like, as much as I'm down with what Asha's doing, she needs to start pulling some triggers and acting a little faster on some of these moments that would matter. You're coming out here talking about like Elder Scrolls 6. Perfect time to make a note. By the way, had discussions with the team. I want to let you guys know Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox ecosystem exclusive. Melt the internet now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the opportunity to do so. the thing that annoys me is the idea that are they just doing a waiting game? They don't want to announce it because they don't know how they're going to feel by the end of next year. Like, that's the part that I'm like a little annoyed with. Is I want Xbox to be all the in. Like, if you came out here to say it, be all in. Be all in. Make the announcement.
I don't know that. Like, remember, they have shows going on the whole year, right? So they're gonna pick opportune moments, and a good opportune moment would be the Game Awards. That's a great moment to get a lot of eyeballs and announce, here's a look at Elder Scrolls 6 coming to Xbox and PC, right? So they could do it then, but you want to pick a moment that there'll be a large audience to see it, right? So it could be the June showcase, it could be a dev direct, it could be Gamescom. I think Gamescom's a little smaller when it comes to the announcements thing, but it could possibly be there. But I really think it makes sense for like a Game Awards type of thing where it's a massive 100 million eyeballs. You want to have that kind of audience saying, oh, Elder Scrolls is coming, and you want to maximize that hit of like, oh, I want to play that. Oh, it's only on Xbox and PC. I better get one of those platforms, right? So I think they're going to look to kind of that'd be my guess, right? If they wanted to show it. Todd also likes to show the game right before it actually comes out. So just given that, I would expect it to be like within a short time frame of actual release. And I also don't know when it's coming out, right? Like we hear 27. I think realistically you should probably look at 28. But I think
early 28 makes sense to me.
I think makes
they'll do an Oblivion the same way they did Oblivion, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't a launch title, it was a launch window. It came out early.
Exactly. I think that makes sense. Yeah,
and I think that's the best case scenario because Elder Scrolls is too big of an IP to mix with the hype of a console. Like the console itself is hype.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So let people die down from that, and then hit them in early 2028,
March, April. Yeah,
even if you went February, you could do like a February, March, and pop early.
Fair enough. Yeah,
and then get it out there.
Give it its time, right? That's the other thing. Usually the fall has so many games. You want to like not put your big thing there and like give it its own like area so that it can breathe and get its own launch area, not affected by somebody else. Though a lot of games start to go into that window, but I still think that's a good time. It also gives them a large anchor game at the beginning of the year, right? That they sometimes just miss putting out a big game in the beginning of the year. This year they kind of had one with Forza. It was still May, right? But it's nice to have Fable is coming out February. Like that's cool. You got something right at the beginning of the year, right? That's what they kind of need to do. And this could be an awesome like start of the year. You're starting with a banger, Elder Scrolls 6. Boom. Right. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do.
And a major exclusive.
You know what I'm saying? They always anchor their fall. They anchor their fall with the biggest release every year, which is Call of Duty. So they don't have to worry about the fall. They own it. They own the fall anyways, right? It's like you don't have to worry about it. Add in a Clockwork, add in a something else. Good enough. That's it. You need one game plus Call of Duty. You're good. Your fall is done. You need to then anchor other games up in other times of the year. I think this is a perfect, March, April, put it out. February's fine, right? So that's a great idea. Like put it out in 28. But yeah, either way, this is a good potential exclusive. I don't care about all this. Now, the fact that he's talking about like it should be cross-gen, it will 100% be.
Yeah, it's not going to be exclusive to Helix.
It's gonna
be that's stupid as fuck. If they think that, that's crazy. Like there's going to be like 16 consoles out. They're not releasing Elder Scrolls.
No way. It's going to be on Helix only.
It'll be Helix, PC, and Series X and S.
Yeah, exactly. Series S and X, they will get it. And hopefully they can cut prices down on Series S and X by that time when Helix comes up. But we will see. The components are still a pain in the ass, right? So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, it's obviously going to be cross-gen. I don't see that being an issue.
Yeah, of course. Now, I did see in the chat, and this is something that I myself was like, Gentlestone says, why might Asha have been at Bethesda right now to view and approve the ES5 trailer for Gamescom? bro.
It could very well
You mean
be.
I
It
think he
could
meant
be. We don't know.
ES6. I think he meant
Yeah,
ES6,
yeah,
but
ES6. But yeah, I mean, it could very well be a Gamescom thing. I don't know. I feel like this is a good, Game Awards. Like this is big.
What
This is
if-
a big
what
one,
if-
right? So
Game Awards is when we see the new console, and instead of Hellblade being the thing that they were using, like they
it's
did
Elder
with
Scrolls.
the other,
I
it's
would love
Elder
that,
Scrolls.
bro. I would love that. I would love
Like you
that. That
just
would be
show
so
Helix,
fucking fire.
and then you show Elder
And then
Scrolls 6,
Todd
bro.
walks on the stage, bro, and starts talking about the things that they're doing in Elder Scrolls and the Helix specific features, bro.
And then he says Elder Scrolls 6 will be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem.
"Oh my god, dude.
That would be magical.
Boom.
That would be magical, and it would prove that Asha is not here just to get the cheap wins, right? It's
Yeah.
not. She's not here just to say, "Oh, this is an easy win now because nothing's coming out that we have to fight for until then." And I could just say, "Oh, the Fable thing is out of my hand," which honestly, fuck that. That's bullshit, right? That's bull. Fable, I'm really annoyed by next year having Fable not be the exclusive. Like, if you were gonna do this, Fable was the one. You needed to pull Fable off of PlayStation and say,
They still
this
do.
is the one.
They still need to pull it off PlayStation.
Yeah, I just the further we get, the harder it's gonna be. So
Yes,
it's like,
just do it. Like, do it now. Pull it.
well, now that being said, there's another one here, and this is the BS argument that I also hearing. This dude, Last Chalice, he got a little traction because like Jez replied to him and other people were replying to him. He says the Elder Scrolls should remain multi-platform indefinitely. My argument
That's
is
it.
why? Yeah, that's just a statement. It should remain multi-platform. And I don't understand why people don't understand that Xbox owns Elder Scrolls.
Can we put a caption here? Spider-Man should remain multi-platform indefinitely. I'm happy with that idea. Let's go. What are the games?
Spider-Man,
Bring 'em.
Wolverine,
Bring 'em.
right?
Bring them.
All of the characters
Where are they
that
at?
are not there.
Those Activision games. Who owns Activision? Those games are multi-platform, right? They had all these Marvel games, all multi-platform. Where are they at? Sony, come on, bring them over. Bring them over. So until you have that caption there, too bad. Screw off.
Facts.
I didn't see Sony writing the $7.5 billion check. I think it was Xbox who wrote a $7.5 billion check to buy.
They wrote a $3 billion IOU and then a $3 billion write-off. That's all PlayStation has done.
Ouch. Ouch. And then
True.
They had the biggest flop in gaming history.
Seriously.
Concord.
Good old-fashioned Concord. # never forget. # never forget.
Jimmy gets.
But yeah, it's just it's these narratives that people want to go with, and just like you said, Hargeet, like Spider-Man was multi-platform before PlayStation went ahead and took the deal and made it exclusive, right? Like, where is the feedback of PlayStation should do this? And I think that at the end of the day, this, along with everything else we were talking about with Derek Strickland and all this stuff, it's this idea that PlayStation can have exclusives and Xbox cannot. PlayStation has exclusives, business as usual. Xbox has exclusives. They're trying to destroy the industry. They're unfair. They're ruining things and blah, 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 blah. And I just don't understand how this is accepted in the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all run with it. And I mean, it's at what point are they going to realize that Xbox has the power? And if they wanted to, they could do it. Because let's be clear, outside of GTA, okay, you remove GTA from existence for a second. Microsoft owns, and all right, and let's take out Roblox, right? Microsoft owns everything else that matters in gaming at the highest level, right? Minecraft.
I mean, to be fair, there is Tetris, which is just this oddity.
Well, I mean, but that's like,
and
that's old.
and
but yeah,
and then Nintendo, which has Mario and Zelda. Well, I think Mario pretty much is like one of those massive, like 600, 700 million altogether with all this different.
Yeah, because it's been around for 48 million years.
40, yeah, exactly.
Game,
right.
Every
so
game Mario is
franchise.
in.
And then Pokemon is the other big franchise that we don't realize is big, but it's massive because of all the card trading and all the toys and all that stuff. It's a massive franchise. But so anyway, so those are the big ones. But yeah, nothing PlayStation. I mean, like, I can't even, like, what is there? Like, I would have thought Destiny was the game, but Destiny didn't even make fucking money. So it's not Destiny. I mean, what do they have, to be fair? Like, what do they have? Like, Gran Turismo is their biggest selling franchise, and that's like meh. And then what else do they have? They don't have anything that's comparable. The big games are with Take-Two, they're with Nintendo, and they're with Xbox. That's just the way it is, right? The next closest is probably EA with some of their big franchises. But, like, honestly, just tell me, what franchise do they have at PlayStation that's at any level the same level as anything those guys have? There just ain't one. There's just nothing there. I mean, Elder Scrolls 5 alone sold 65 million copies. Just Elder Scrolls 5, right? Let alone the rest of the franchise, right? And, like, we don't have to get into GTA numbers. That's ludicrous. And then Minecraft is the top selling game of all time, right? So they have that too. It is what it is. They have it. And then they have Call of Duty, the Juggernaut.
Call of Duty, the Juggernaut every month. I mean, every year.
Like,
even on a down year, it's still a Juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? So that's.
And let's not forget, Candy Crush still exists. That's another massive freaking game.
So that's the thing. They own everything that is of the most importance, at least to the most hardcore players, right? And frankly, the idea that, you know, Xbox, if they ever wanted to, can go full, you know, villain and just take everything away from everybody and say, hey, if you want to get this game, you can do it on Xbox. Now, does that make sense? No, but it's something that they could do, right? And that's the fear that these people have. And they keep trying to put Xbox in this box where they're not allowed to go out. It's like they're a dog with one of those electric, you know, invisible fences, you know, the chain around their neck. It's like, don't go too far. Don't go too far. You're not allowed, Xbox. And it's like, are you kidding me, bro? PlayStation, they've been sucking off PlayStation for years about exclusives that are not even good, right? Like, this is the thing. Because I've been talking to some people on Twitter and the responses to my tweets and stuff, and somebody brought up the fact, it's like, well, if they bring these other things over, it's like then we're cool. And it's like, fam, like, PlayStation hasn't released anything this generation of real substance or value to me in any way, shape, or form. Like, I try to, play into the, all right, I bought God of War, I bought Spider-Man, both games I didn't beat, both games I do not care for, right? They got me because I was just in the motions, right? I was just like, all right, I own a PlayStation, new exclusive comes out, I'll buy it, and then I hated it, right? And then it's like, what? It's a waste. It's a waste of money. It's ridiculous to do. It doesn't make any sense. Since then, literally since Spider-Man 2, I haven't bought one PlayStation game. Since Spider-Man 2. When did Spider-Man 2 release?
23, I want to say. Was it 22? 23.
Is it 23 or 22? Or 24?
Might have been 22. Because 21 was when they had God of War and Horizon, right?
God of War what?
God of War
Ragnarok?
20, the Ragnarok, yeah. Was that 21
Was
or
that in
22?
2021?
Or was that
That'd be
22?
crazy.
Because maybe
When
like
is
22 was the year that Xbox had
Spider-Man
nothing,
2
and they
come out?
had God of War and
No,
and Horizon.
2023.
23, right? Okay, yeah. So 22
Yeah,
must have been God of
October
War
20th,
and Horizon.
2023. So October 20th, 2023 was the last dollar I spent on a PlayStation game. I own the PlayStation. It's somewhere now because I put my PC there now. So it's I don't even know where it went. I don't know what somebody moved it. But like it's gonna be 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years this October, it's a couple months away, that I haven't bought a PlayStation game. Because they're just not good, bro. Like they're just not like they're the same, right? And we're gonna talk about Wolverine in a little bit when we switch topics, but it's like this is the problem. They released this nonsense where Xbox, they have done the we'll make exclusive these little games that we're releasing that are better than the games that release on PlayStation. All these little games that nobody wants to pay attention to or give credit to, they were better experiences than games that were released on PlayStation. That's just a fact. They're very, very creative. They're not the same game over and over again. They're fantastic. And Xbox did it. And everybody gave them shit. Like everybody talked about how crappy the games were, blah, 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 blah. Now Xbox has the moment. They have a moment where Elder Scrolls is coming, right? There's a very few games that have this status, okay? Grand Theft Auto is the other. I would say like Call of Duty doesn't even have this status because Call of Duty is a yearly game. It is the biggest game every year for sure, right? But it's not I would say it's not a cultural phenomenon as far as like, oh my God, this next game is coming out, is going to be crazy. No, people are just, they line up because they're buying the next Call of Duty, right? And they make them good enough that people keep buying them. But outside of Grand Theft Auto, which is having its moment this year, right, where the world is going to stop a little bit, no matter how many people hate Grand Theft. I know you guys are not big fans of Grand Theft. No matter how many of you guys hate it, the world is going to stop on the 19th when Netflix drops that trailer. All right. And then it's going to stop again when the game drops. Right. So Grand Theft Auto has that power. Right. And they're going to take advantage of that. The other game that has that power, and I don't know if I'm missing any other games, and you could, tell me, Hargeet, or chat, let me know if I'm missing one, but nothing else, excuse me, that I could think of has that power that Elder Scrolls, that a mainline Elder Scrolls game has, right? And it happened with Oblivion, it happened with Skyrim, and now
so the
they
game
have
that
this
I
one.
would think that has that would be a mainline Zelda game or a mainline Mario game. Those also tend to pull a lot of players. Generally in the 10, 20 million, generally in that range, if not more. So if you have a mainline great, like the Breath of the Wild, for instance, that was also like 60 plus million copies, right? Something ludicrous, like where it actually sold more copies than the freaking console, right? Yeah, that would be the other one that I could see. Nintendo just has that pull, right? Pokemon games just sell, for some reason, they just sell in the tens of millions, a ridiculous number. But
yeah,
so
I think Nintendo has that power as long as their console is doing well. Because if you go back to like the Wii U, they didn't pull those numbers, right? So it's less about the game having
they have
that
another
pull.
Zelda on that, because the Zelda that came out on the Wii
It was
U
the
was
Wolf.
Breath of the Wild.
No,
It was Breath of the
The
Wild. Yeah, the
wasn't it
Wii
the
had
Wolf
the
one?
other ones. No, that was on Wii. So the Wii had two of them, which was Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask.
In the beginning of Wii U, did it not have the Zelda that launched on the Wii and Wii U? At the beginning of Wii U's
right,
life cycle.
across gen, but that was a Wii game, right?
No,
the Wii U had Breath of the Wild, but it was also on Switch.
Okay.
So it came to both simultaneously.
Wii U didn't
but
have
it was
only
the
for itself.
Switch one that took everybody. Everybody wanted
the Switch
version.
because the console sold like crazy. Now, did that Twilight, whatever that was, the one that launched on the Wii and the Wii U, did that sell a lot?
I would think it would be Majora's Mask. The Wii one did sell quite a bit. Twilight Princess, yeah, that did okay.
Because I
Wii U
guess the
Zelda
point that I'm
games, I
making
don't
is that
know
at the end of
they
the
had
day,
any.
like Zelda fans are going to flock to the new Zelda. There's a lot of Zelda fans. But I don't think Nintendo has the reach of grabbing people who already are in their, like, not in their ecosystem. Like, you're not going to
Yeah.
get non-Nintendo people to be like, oh snap, a new Zelda came out, let me go play it, or let me go buy a console for it. Very few.
Yeah, so looking
that
at
would
it,
do
by
that.
the way, no, they didn't have any of those, the Wii games. They just had some remasters. They had the Twilight Princess HD remaster, and then the Wind Waker remaster, and then Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild was the
Okay.
first.
So they were just remasters. Breath of the Wild was the first one, but it didn't do obviously it didn't do anything on Wii
No,
U.
it
did
pretty much
everything
sold
on
on
Switch.
Switch. It
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much was Switch.
Yeah. So I was, yeah. So I mean, I think obviously Nintendo has its IP for its people, and there's a lot of people, so the numbers stack up pretty quickly. But I think like mainline, like outside of just that one ecosystem, Elder Scrolls has been multi-platform. Skyrim, it did release everywhere and all this other fun stuff, right? But it is something that I think a lot of people are going to lose their minds about.
Yeah,
and I think,
to be fair, there'd be another one that I would think about. It's another Rockstar. It's Red Dead Redemption has also.
I love Red Dead. I love Red Dead Redemption more than
Red
GTA,
Dead's
but it
done
doesn't
really
do GTA numbers. It does
Correct, but
bigger
it's pretty
numbers than
close.
most any other games.
Exactly.
But
it
it's
has the
just
pull, but
it's just
not at the
GTA
same
is
level as
crazy.
GTA.
Yeah,
But yeah, it
I
still
like I
has
said,
pull.
personally, I'm a Red Dead fan over GTA for sure. Like Red Dead 3 has me going crazy in my mind of what that's going to happen. Like GTA 6 to me is showing me what
Red
what
Dead
Red
3 is
Dead
gonna
is
be
going to
like.
be. That
Oh,
is
man.
because I can tell you right
Can't
now,
wait.
like I have so there's this channel, this Twitter guy that I follow, and I follow him for one specific reason. I found out he was a pony, and it kind of annoys me a little bit sometimes, but for the most part, he's not like bad with it. Like it is what it is. But this guy called Synth Potato, okay, he's on Twitter, and I like him because he's a big Red Dead fan. And right now, what he's doing is every day he's doing a post leading up to the Grand Theft Auto trailer, doing a post of something special about Red Dead, right? And just how amazing that game is and how ahead of its time it is. Like basically trying to tell people like, yo, if you're not excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, let me show you what they did on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One power of console, okay? Just to give some perspective. And it's like, yo, the amount of shit that like Rockstar put in. I mean, bro, Rockstar definitively has to be the absolute greatest developer that has ever existed. Like their capability is beyond everyone. And I don't even care if I hear like toxic work culture over there, because there has to be toxic work culture, right? They can't, this is not a kumbaya place, right? It's not a place that you go to make sure you have a lot of break time and you want to go and, study. Was it knitting at Bungie that they were doing like crazy stuff, right? Like Rockstar is the place that you go if you want to be a rock star, right? That means you do more work than everybody else. You're better than everybody else, right? So if they were able to do what they did with Red Dead, imagine what they're going to do with Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Like that's the whole point there. So they are obviously on a whole different level. That being said, outside of them, Elder Scrolls is next. Okay, Elder Scrolls is next in line as a cultural impact moment that will be had when it happens. And if Xbox can be smart and capitalize on this moment and say, you know what? I know everybody's excited for this. And I could tell you right now, I have the perfect place for you to play Elder Scrolls 6. It's going to be on your Xbox Series or Xbox Helix, because that's where it's going to live. All right. PC, Xbox, that's it. That would tell me that Asha is not messing around. That will set the stage forever, or for at least the foreseeable future, where you cannot question Asha and her reign. You know what I'm saying? You cannot question Asha's commitment to the most hardcore players on Xbox. But that's the trigger that has to be pulled. Bringing back exclusives was step one, right? Right, of that. Okay, I'm showing you I'm here for the core, right? The most hardcore, the people who want this the most. I'm here for you. Exclusives are coming back. Having Matthew Ball coming out here saying all types of stuff about you need exclusives. Exclusives have to happen. If you don't have exclusives, why would anybody buy your console? And all these other stuff, right? This is what he was saying. This is what the team was saying. Well, that's cool, but now you have to follow through, right? Now the follow through has to happen. Now we got to get past Gears and into next year. I think Clockwork Revolution being the only exclusive next year is wild. Whatever they're working on, they should be preparing as an exclusive. And I think that's just what it is. I think that's just the way they have to go forward. Let me get the homie Mac22TH right for the building. What's up, my dude? Thank you for being here, my brother. He says, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, as long as she doesn't give Keely the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer, I'm good. Hashtag the biggest pony. Hashtag let PlayStation burn. Ooh. Well, that goes against your idea, Hargeet. Can't go into what's the name of that show? The Keelys, right?
Game
What
Awards.
do we call them? The Game Awards?
The Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Yeah, I don't know why people want to like. You have to take advantage of the situations, and that's just one of those big situations. So I totally expect to see stuff there. I hope they do take advantage of it. Why not? By the way, did you get the other one from Golden Souk?
Golden Souk, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah. No, I got it.
All right.
Let me.
Yeah. So I think they should, but whatever. I agree with your assessment. They already have a console coming. Great place to announce it. Great place to show it off. Asha can go on that stage, show off the console, and then say, and here's a look at a game that's coming to our console exclusively. Bring up Elder Scrolls. Have Todd come out afterwards. Here's what we're doing with Elder Scrolls, right? Fantastic.
I 100% agree. I just think it's the thing to do. I think it's what if I'm boiling it down to like the most fundamental like issue right now is you can't give your hardcore fans, the people that you say core before more, right? You can't give them hope that you are actually going to do this, that you're actually going to return to what they deem as greatness, right? Because they have their exclusives back, regardless of who's buying them. You can't do that and get people hyped up and give them hope only to turn around and say, hey, we're not going to put our biggest game as an Xbox exclusive. Sorry, the business doesn't allow for it. Because at the end of the day, I cannot co-sign that idea. I cannot say, yeah, this is a cool thing to do. You know, screw over the people who you're trying to like romance. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to court them, and then you're like, oh, by the way, it's gonna be great. Except none of the games you actually want to be exclusive are gonna be exclusive. We're gonna do all the other ones. That for me is the biggest problem. And I think I do want to go ahead real quick. I do want to go ahead and do a quick poll just to see where everybody's head is at. Would you be okay if ES6 was not exclusive to Xbox. And I don't, just to be clear, I don't mean okay, like you're gonna end it all or do something crazy or I'm leaving Xbox or anything like that. I'm just talking about your feelings on this, right? Your thoughts on this. That the poll should be up right now. And again, it's not like dramatic, like, oh no, I'm leaving Xbox or anything like that. I'm talking about just the idea that in that year, because theoretically, do we have any idea outside of Elder Scrolls, if it doesn't launch at the end of 2027, which I would assume is not, early 2028 in my mind, what else do we have anything else that we still know about coming in 2028?
2027 or 28?
28. If Elder Scrolls goes to 2028. Is the Undead Labs one in 2028, or is that we thinking next year?
That might be next year. It could be 28. I don't know, but it might be next year. And then we have Hellblade coming next year, one would think. I don't know when OD comes out. I don't know when Blade comes out. So those might be 28s.
I'm gonna redo the poll. I think I wrote it badly. That's what I'm hearing in these streets. All right. I'm gonna do would you rather. Okay. Would you rather ES6 be exclusive to Xbox? Or would you be disappointed? Is that a better way of saying it? Would you be disappointed if it's not exclusive to Xbox?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Would you be disappointed if ES6 is not?
I mean, I would just say, should ES6 be exclusive or should it be multi-plat?
Well, the reason I'm asking it is I want to see, like, I feel like it would be a huge L. Like, I feel like it would be a huge L for Asha to not go ahead and come through. You know what I'm saying? And not pull the trigger and say, hey, this is the exclusive. Because, like, for instance, next year, no, we're all PC is fine. Only console exclusive is what I'm talking about. Steam, PC, all that stuff. Xbox is probably going to own Steam in the future anyway, so it doesn't matter what they're doing over there.
So it looks like most people are not, they're okay with it being not exclusive.
Well, that was before. This is the new one, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the votes, and it looks like it's 54% people are okay with it being multi-plat.
Would you be disappointed if it's a not exclusive? Okay, well, 54% saying no.
Yeah, they don't care. Fair enough. 57%. They're okay with it being multi-plat.
We'll see. I mean, some people are talking about it as well. Well, look, I think at the end of the day, the people are the ones who speak. So we'll see, what that means. Maybe I'm off base. For me personally, it's again because I really don't care. In my mind, I'm thinking that the people who want exclusives. Now, to be fair, a lot of people who watch us are probably pro, like, not needing exclusives 100%. So maybe that's why it's a little more on the on this angle. Maybe you should ask it on
60-40. People don't care about exclusivity. They want 63% right now. Would rather it be multi-plat.
Yeah, I feel like if it's multi-plat, that's going to hurt Asha's stance on this. And then at this point, it's like, well, what else are you like? What were you fighting for exclusives for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were people arguing about wanting exclusives for, if not to get this game?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't to get Joe Blow Simulator 2. You know what I'm saying? Like they want the they want the stuff to make the other side jelly, right? And to make people want to come to Xbox. That was the whole thing I was hearing this whole time, right, Hargeet? Maybe I'm wrong, but one of the biggest things I was hearing is, why would anybody buy an Xbox if they don't have any big major exclusives. Because they can't say not have exclusives because Xbox did have exclusives and that didn't change anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that was the whole point, right? I don't know, whatever. Like we'll see. Because again, if it's just Halo, Gears, and Forza, then meh. And even Forza, is that going to be exclusive anymore? So,
well, that I mean, we don't even know. That's supposed to come out this year. Are they going to walk that back? Is Forza available for pre-order right now?
I'll check. I think it is, but I'll check.
Because you're not getting another Forza for a few years.
Right.
It's not like Halo that you're going to get a Halo soon. It's not like Gears. Like,
nope.
It came out.
It's on wish list.
Wish list only? No pre-order?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
So, I mean, that was supposed to be coming up soon.
I don't think it's coming this year.
Oh, you think they're going to just wait and see? Push back a little bit?
Well, because if it was supposed to come out, you're not going to put it out in November. That ain't happening. What are you going to put it out in October? Okay, where's the announcement? You got to have a date by now. It's like already August.
I thought it was going to be like next month. I thought at Gamescom they would announce it. Like, hey, it's coming out this day.
Okay. It's a possibility. Maybe they do announce it at Gamescom.
I mean, it's a possibility. Max22 with that $2. Appreciate you, homie. Says if they're gonna do exclusive, do exclusive. That's my stance on it, dude. Like, I feel like I hate the wishy-washy, flip-floppy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna come out here and make this big deal, right? Go on the stage. Oh, we're giving you this exclusive. Woo! It's like, okay, cool. Like, what else are you gonna get on the stage for to tell us it's exclusive? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do we have coming? Right. So, all right, next year we got Fable, which is the big L if they don't pull that away, right? Because I feel like if you only have Fable and Clockwork, Fable's the game that the ponies are going to be like, oh, we got Fable, so they don't care that they don't have Clockwork, right? Because Fable is the one that's exciting. Fable's the one with the name, you know, the IP that people care about. Clockwork doesn't have that. Right. What else next year can come out that can be exclusive since Fable is not exclusive as of right now?
I mean, all the small games, and that's the problem, right? You could have Hellblade come out, whoop-de-doo. You could have State of Decay again. I think that's a disservice to State of Decay to not put it everywhere, because that game is a multiplayer game. You might as well just put it everywhere. And what's it going to do? Sell console? Like, come on. So I don't know. It's Fable. It's got to be Fable. So unless they have a surprise for us, I think it's Fable. But it is also a console launch year, so I don't know.
What do you mean it is Fable?
Fable should be the exclusive.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is if it's not, right? It's only Clockwork. The only thing left is these little baby, small games that will come out. I don't think we have. Do we have? It's just State of Decay, and we don't know if that's next year or the following year. And we already know that one's not going to be exclusive because it is a multiplayer game, and they don't are owned by Xbox anymore.
We hear so many rumors. I don't know where Halo is right now, but we should be getting a mainline, like, actual Halo game at some point. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if it was a freaking launch title? So that would be a potential exclusive, right? Again, I don't know, right? Because we don't know what their roadmap is, but that's the kind of game I'd like to see, a marquee, like, main title like that. What else could they have, right? I don't know, but we'll see. But, like, is Machine Games ready to put something out? Blade, that's a possibility, right? Blade. However, we're hearing, we don't know. We're hearing there's development troubles, and maybe that game is a little further out. We don't know, right? We don't know where it is, but that could be one. Again, there's OD. That's a possibility. You have that other one from Toys for Bob. What is it? Spyro. Spyro game that's coming out, right?
Is that an exclusive?
I think it's already announced for PlayStation, isn't it? I like, and to be honest, I don't care. Like, it's a small game. Go ahead. Like put it everywhere.
But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like immediately, it's like, who cares if that game's exclusive? Because no one's gonna go and be like, oh my god, I need to get that new Spiral. Let me go get an Xbox, right? That's the argument that we were hearing nonstop. In order for Xbox to sell consoles, you need to have exclusives. Well, the exclusive that's gonna move people is this. Fable might have as well, but I feel like now this is the one thing about Fable. If you do take it away, you're not moving anybody. You're just people are gonna be pissed on that side, obviously.
Fuck them. I just don't care. Fuck them.
I get that, but what I'm saying is that you're not gaining anything from it in that way, right? Yeah. That's just your hey, Xbox fans, this is for you, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, so they'll figure it out, I guess. Another interesting thing is PlayStation is really like pissing off their fans, right? And it's one of the things we're still coming up with as a topic.
Yep.
There is an interesting thing about like that 10-year deal lapses. Where is PlayStation at that point? And is PlayStation even relevant as a COD platform anymore? We'll have to see, right? Like everything is not static.
I mean, it will be because of PlayStation 5.
Maybe. Again, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the PlayStation 5 is not going anywhere.
We don't know.
So, I mean, yeah, I think
we don't know.
I think at the end of the day, like COD is going to be COD, right? Like COD, you just got to accept that Xbox owns it. Like they're the name on the back end or signing the checks, but COD is paying the payroll. You know what I'm saying? Like COD is the game that's bringing in all the dollars.
It's a full generation away when that the deal goes away. All right, so 2034 is when there's no longer a deal in place. It's a full generation away. How do we know what that's going to look like? You know, we think PS5 is going to be around for a while. You're right. It is going to be around for a while. PS6, I don't know how well it's going to do. They're pissing their fans off. Maybe it's one of those Wii U situations. Maybe it's a PS3 situation. PS3 did okay, but what if it doesn't do well enough? What if it's like, okay, this is not even worth our time, and we're just going to not bother putting it there anymore? You just never know, right? We have no idea what's going to happen. They're certainly doing a lot to piss their fans off, right? And that's the topic. We'll get to that, but it's just an interesting thing that, like, long term, it could be that COD becomes an exclusive. You never know, right? Because like at some point you just say, all right, well, if you're not really helping us, what the hell's the point of us putting it there? We're just going to put it on our platform and you can screw off. You know, yeah. It is an interesting time. We just don't know. Like everybody assumes everything stays static. No, markets shift all the time. Crazy shit happens. You just never know what's going to happen next, right? After coming out of the 360, people expected Xbox was going to dominate. Boy, did they royally fuck that up, right? After the Wii,
it did
the Wii U coming out, like you just like a Wii was this far running away success, and then the Wii U comes out totally bombs. You just never know. And then out of that, the Switch comes out, one of the most successful consoles of all time, right?
And then the Switch 2 is not doing as great. Right, it's
not doing as great, but it's not doing poorly. Thankfully, it's still doing well enough. But yes,
like it's beating Wii U. It already lapped the Wii U.
That,
so
right?
At least
which
it's
is not
safe.
Saying a lot, but
yeah. but at least it can't be worse. You know what I'm saying? It already passed the worst case scenario.
But yeah, you never know. The market could decide, hey, you know what, we're kind of sick of what they're doing, and we want to go down a different direction. And Xbox owns that game. They can do whatever the fuck they want after like the 7 years left or whatever. They're done. They can do whatever they want. It'll be an interesting choice at that point. Let's see. I don't know if Asha is going to still be there or not. If somebody else is going to be there, what they decide to do, it will be interesting to see, right? So, but yeah, whatever. Enough on exclusives.
Facts. Before we leave exclusives and move on to the next topic, Hamilton brings up when we talked about pulling Fable, right? He says you're not selling hardware, you're selling confidence, right?
Another thing.
And
fair enough.
That is the big thing because, you know, we're gonna talk about a little later. And I see over here, like, 89 Daryl, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. He says, and Hamilton, thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Says, Daryl says they're pissing Twitter fans off. The casuals are gonna eat it up. Twitter bubble is small, right? Cool. I thought that too. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, right? I was in the same boat. A lot of my thoughts were like, dude, nobody cares. It's only Twitter. Twitter's a little bubble spot. Everybody else doesn't give a crap about any of this. And maybe we are right. But I will say that to Xbox, to Asha, that little Twitter bubble is the most important bubble. That's who she's talking to. She's not talking anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to Blue Sky and putting posts. She's not doing any of this other stuff that these other people are doing. She's going to Twitter and she's posting her thoughts there, and she's making changes for them to see. She wants Twitter people to see because she believes that Twitter is the zeitgeist maker, right? She believes that if Twitter's happy with you, then everybody's going to be happy with you. Okay. And so, although I know that, it is a small bubble in theory, that small bubble has a lot of power, especially with Xbox. So look, we're going to move on. I think we had this discussion long enough, but man, is it something that is, it's crazy that PlayStation's free to have exclusives, but Xbox, everything has to be a question. They own too many good two IPs to have exclusives. Like, that's a crazy idea, considering that Sony has Spider-Man as an exclusive. But I digress. All right, let me take my chapter.
Poll is dead even now, 51-49.
Oh,
wow.
Snap! I'm gonna leave it up the whole time, guys, so you can just keep
holy crap,
keep it rocking, and by the end of the show, we'll know how people are truly feeling, whether or not Elder Scrolls 6 becoming not an exclusive is going to disappoint you. Because I think the most hardcore fan base, when they were asking for exclusives, they were asking for Elder Scrolls 6 to be exclusive. That's what I think that they were asking for. And I think if they don't get that, I think they're going to be pissed. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think in the chat. But let's go ahead. Let me take my chapter so we can move on to the next topico. And the next topic, speaking of exclusives and why nobody cares about PlayStation exclusives, well, that, my friends, is Wolverine. That's right. Now, what I'm showing you here is the new Splinter Cell game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the new Metal Gear Solid game. That's what it is. The new Metal Gear Solid game. Oh, hold on. Wait. Maybe it's deceiving me. Hold on. Is this Metal Gear Solid? Is it? Oh, no. It's Wolverine. Yes, that's right, guys. Everyone's favorite badass is going to be a stealth enthusiast when you play Wolverine. Yo, this looks so generic and bad is not even funny for me. That being said, I looked it up. I did some research because I didn't want to be ignorant when I spoke. Okay. So first of all, I don't know why this looks so like the stream is all crazy right now. Maybe I'll you see it looking bad too, right? Let me stop it and see if I could bring it back.
Wow, dude, I had not seen that. That's fucking atrocious.
Do you see that, dog? You see that? This is the shit that they're trying to sell us on, my dude. This is the shit they're trying to sell us on, my dude.
Can you be any more fucking cliche?
Come on, man.
Action adventure with stealth elements is like literally the only thing they fucking do at PlayStation now. Like what is, like, are you serious?
I'm telling you, man.
It's Wolverine. Tell me when Wolverine is fucking stealthing around.
Okay, so this is what I was saying. This is what I'm saying. I did my research, okay? And turns out in the comics, Wolverine is actually a pretty stealthy dude. because of his military background. Okay. So this scenario is probably outside of how generic it looks. Okay. I still think you can spruce this up and actually make it exciting to do these segments. But supposedly, he very often uses stealth in the comics. Now, movies and such find that boring, so they don't put that part in there. Okay, which I think the majority of people who know of Wolverine and Spider-Man are from the movies. They're not from the comics. Okay, it's the movie people who are excited about this stuff. So that's why this is a miss for so many people. And trust me, if you go through, like, even if we go in here, shout out to Blue Thunder. You know, he got access to this. Quite a few people did. And Blue Thunder is a pretty cool channel. Like, whatever he's covering something, he does a lot of this breakup. So he'll show a clip and show something. It sucks that, you know, people are like, Wolverine is the game he's doing right now, because people are not happy. And let me tell you something right now. 2.6 million people saw this clip. Only 2.3 thousand people put a like on it. That's a huge disparity of how many people stopped to look at this thing and said, nah, I'm good, fam, and kept it moving. Okay. So this is not a good look for Wolverine. So shout out to Blue Thunder, because he went through and put a lot of this stuff. But even still, let me see. Like, you see, I have played this exact same game 100 times. AAA slop being churned out by an HR department chasing what is popular. Another, I guess, clip of the same type of gameplay. Wolverine uses stealth with the dead, you know, skeleton over here, right? The point is, I think most people don't know that Wolverine does in fact use stealth in the comics, but it's not exciting. I did see somebody in there who wrote that how boring it is. She knows that he does do stealth technically, but that's boring, and that's why movies and such don't use it. They just use his power. But I saw this and I'm like, why? I don't care if it's like, if it makes sense. I don't care if it makes sense. All right. Kay says, shouting out Blue Thunder. Okay, peace, guys. And I don't know who Blue Thunder is. All right, to be clear, I don't follow him like that. I just see that he put out a lot of these messages, and he did it for other games in the past that I saw. So I don't follow him like that, though. I don't follow him, as you can see. I'm not following him. So many people quote tweeted his crap that it showed up on my feed. But either way, so this, I saw this and immediately I'm like, yep, I don't give a shit about this. You know what I'm saying? If this is Splinter Cell, right? First of all, if this was Splinter Cell, I would be like, this looks like trash, and they better fucking go back in the can and work on Splinter Cell, because this is not it. But I don't like, if you have Wolverine and this is a video game, I want to use Wolverine as a video game. Okay? Not no BS bullshit. Let me creep around. Like, they're supposed to be afraid of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the badass. They know who you are, right? Like this is crazy. Is this an origin story? Is this a Wolverine origin story?
I don't know what the hell the story is. I mean, he already has Jean Grey in there, right? So I don't know.
Did you see Spider-Man movie?
Origin story? I did not know.
Oh, well, you know, Jean Grey is making the rounds. Okay, so let's just say it's weird that Jean Grey is in a lot of places right now. But yes, like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but I saw this and I'm just like, this is not exciting. This doesn't make me say, oh, damn, maybe I was wrong about Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This just wasn't it, right, for me. But he has more things, right? He clips a whole bunch of stuff, right? So for our purpose here, it works out. So this is just combat now. Okay. What was it? It doesn't like to stream when it's big.
Specialist, huh?
Well, this is more like it at least.
Yeah, the actual slicing and such. Now, the AI, right? I'm hearing a lot of people give shit to Halo and their AI. Okay,
Yeah.
these guys are getting massacred, right? Look at these clowns. First of all, if this was Halo, you kill the elite, the grunts scream, "Oh no!" and they run away, right? You just watch this dude rip them up. By the way, he stabbed that guy a bunch of times. Nope, doesn't matter to him. He didn't feel any pain until he got the final blow. Like, see, that just, I'm sorry, but it doesn't look good to me. It does. When they do these parts, watch when it happens, right? Look, wait. Okay, boom, right? That's a triggered moment. You see that? That's not.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he hit it a bunch of times and that's what he did. He got to a point where a cool little moment took place, right? That's not cool to me. That's not exciting. That's not 2026 to me. I just don't see it. Now check this out. Now there's a new rage moment. Okay, that one slice to the face, nice. See, like something like that, fine. But like, it's a lot of death. It's a lot of death. It's a lot of death. Okay. But like, I don't know. To me, does that like scream like, oh man, this is the coolest stuff ever? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like this is just them taking Spider-Man and saying, okay, how can we
It feels so much like it, doesn't it?
Right? Like even the way he
So
died and did all this stuff, like it just seems like, do you see that? I don't.
Yeah.
Does Wolverine do
Spider-Man
that?
right there?
Does Wolverine
so
do twirlies? Is he a ballerina part-time? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't.
Well, plus, I mean, if he's got his adamantium shredders there, right? If that's the case, you can't have brawling. I'm sorry, that they're metal like freaking knives.
They should be cutting
through people
immediately.
Like one swipe,
you
goodbye.
stab them, they die. Yep.
You can't survive that. Yeah.
Negan says Spider-Man in a yellow suit.
I get it with the brawling with Spider-Man, right? It's all fist, right? Fine, I get that. Fair enough, but this should be one shot.
Approach this differently. They needed to approach this differently. They needed to make him stronger, or you needed to give a reason. Like they have like a Superman movie. I mean, making a Superman game where everyone has kryptonite or whatever on them because they know that's his weakness, right? Find a weakness and make the bad guys be able to all exploit it, and everybody who can exploit it dies immediately when you stab them, right? Because there's no other way that it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Pragmatic says that's PS to a T though, bro. Press X to be bored. Yeah, man. You know, it really is a problem when you can't even wrap it up in a good package. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally have the opportunity to do so and they don't. I don't know. I watched this and nothing about this is saying, hey, CMoney, you need to get in this. And then this is the biggest mockery that's going around the internet.
This is the thing I saw. Where people were pissed off.
Like what am I? This is like an animatronic at a carnival, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what this looks like. I'm sorry, but this is again, bro, the most generic booty thing that I've seen. Somebody says somebody put a post and putting like Ben 10, the game Ben 10 with this, and it's literally the same exact motion. Like they just said, hey, go find some animations that exist out there and copy them. And then I saw somebody go ahead and do Hi-Fi Rush Hi-Fi Rush had a fight like this or whatever, and it's like, fam, are you trying to compare Hi-Fi Rush, made by a tiny small studio working on a music-based rhythm game, versus, and it was one of many games that Xbox released, to Wolverine, the pinnacle release for PlayStation this year, and they're taking these boring, whack, like generic fight sequences and boss sequences and putting it in. Is that Jean Grey over there, by the way? Do you see her on the side?
I did not see. No, I did
Yeah,
not
look at her
see.
over there. She ran to the side. I think that was her. I don't see her doing anything, so I don't know what happened. But I'm sorry, man. This is just why. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why is this what they did, man? It's like, I don't know how you can't be disappointed in this. Like, to be clear, I loved Wolverine on 360. Loved it. It's Blue Thunder who's playing Pragmatic. This is his clip. He played it last month. And now's when their embargo is coming out. And I mean, again, you know, like, look at this. 5.9 million people saw this clip. 13,000 people liked it. Like, that is not a good ratio. That's a horrible ratio. Like, people are seeing this and they're like, what am I watching? You telling me if you showed somebody this game and said, hey, this is a 2026 game, that they'll just be like, sure, okay. Like, this, come on, man. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry, but it just is.
Yeah.
And then here's the look at the techniques and abilities. I don't know. Even the menus are whack. What else is this? You could team up finishers with other mutants in Wolverine, and the Sabretooth ones are brutal. Okay, so you team up with Sabretooth? Is that what it is?
Sabretooth is his brother, right? So
is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Well,
yeah.
Good to know. Well, they're brothers. But like, okay, cool, right? Like, that looks pretty cool, right? But you're not doing that. That's not something cool you're doing. That's the game just doing a cutscene, right? Just kind of saying, here you go. Yeah, you pressed X long enough. Here's your payoff. I don't know, man. Like I'm saying, like this is their preview. You know what I'm saying? This is the preview that they're showing. Here's an action sequence in Wolverine. Okay. And I don't know, bro. I just beat Halo. Okay. I just beat Halo and I was in the end sequence. Did you beat Halo Campaign Evolved yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you playing that last segment, it was bombastic, so much going on, enemies everywhere, you're trying to escape. Like, it was intense, it was gorgeous. By the way, Halo Campaign Evolved shits on Wolverine visually. They talked about possibly getting to Hellblade level, bitch. They can't even get to Halo level. Okay, Halo Campaign Evolved looks absolutely stunning. What a shit on the Wolverine parade was Halo. God damn, Halo is amazing. But like, why is he even running at this point? Like, who cares? You know, you're not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Just do a light jog. What does it make a difference? You know what I'm saying? I don't want these people shooting at you. They know you're not gonna die. What is happening here? You know what I'm saying? They know you're coming. They should be shackled away somewhere, not out here trying to light you up for no reason. Again, just generic stuff. This now, by the way, I kind of hate his face. I kind of hate his face.
Hang tight, we'll draw their fire. Focus on the chopper!
So they just lit him up. Okay, they just lit him up. What's happening here? They're just watching. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, guys. We got him. I mean, he's literally still on all fours after being shot so many times. Oh, press square to stand. Did his clothes just come back on? Hold on. Wait.
Oh my god.
Am I cracked out? Can I ask you a question?
Yes. His clothes did just come back. I don't know.
Does his clothes regenerate as part of his powers? So if you have a ripped t-shirt, you say, yo, Wolvie, can you cut yourself real quick so that we can heal my shirt as well that has a rip in it? I tore it on a nail walking through my house. Like, why is everybody just watching him? Yo. Come on, man. He has no clothes on right now. Boom. Clothes are back. Shirt was gone. Shirt's back.
Yeah.
Shirt's back, guys. Shirt is back.
Wow.
Come on, man. What's happening here?
And they have to gamify.
I'm the Xbox PlayStation hater. Guys, if this was Halo, would we be so pumped for Halo? If this was Gears, would we be pumped for it? No, I'm sorry. They need to actually do something. I love how, by the way, he was getting shot everywhere, but only his shirt really came off, completely disintegrated.
Yeah.
His pants, good quality pants, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to always go for the more expensive pair of pants. Now, not for nothing, on the jacket, on the shirt, he has a vest on. He has a whole bunch of layers up top. Down below, no layers. But all the clothes came off the top, nothing on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. But like, legitimately, am I just being a hater because I don't want to spend money on this game? I can't see. Like this, did this change how you felt, Hargeet? Like, let's say you were open to buying a PlayStation if a game made you want to, right? Like, let's just pretend that that's the case, right? You're thinking right now in the back of your mind, man, if I watch something good enough, I will go ahead and buy a PlayStation to play it. Did what we've seen so far and all these different clips of this preview that is designed to supposed to make us want to buy this game, did it do it for
I'd
you?
rather just watch Logan.
Facts. Bro.
Yeah, this was not good.
You know what?
Sorry.
This is the thing, Prag. Let me get you over here, right? So Prag says this is what happens when cinematics matter more than gameplay. I feel that. Let me tell you a secret, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a problem playing a cinematic type game. Okay, I don't have a problem. I every once in a while, I'm not a PlayStation person, so I have all these other games to play. So I'm okay bringing in one every time. You know, every year or whatever they're gonna drop one. If they're gonna crush it, great. But dog, what are we watching here? It's just stupid. It's stupid design. It's boring design. It's whack. This is not okay. This is not okay. Listen, I know that there's some people that are super Wolverine fans and they just want to play it. I get it. And I'm not mad. Just so you know, like, I know you might, if you're in here right now saying to yourself, this actually looks good. That's okay. Like, you can say it looks good. Nobody's going to give you shit. I'm not going to give you shit. My problem is that on Twitter and all these places, they want to go, like, they want to go crazy trying to say like that I'm just some bot who's just going to talk crap about Wolverine or this game because it's on PlayStation. And it's like, fam, like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Does that turn you on? You're like, yo, he got a new power, guys. He can regenerate the clothes. There's Logan. There's the better one. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm not, again,
just terrible.
I'm showing the clip. I'm showing the clips. I'm not just talking, saying, hey, I saw some stuff in his garbage. I'm showing you guys. I'm trying to get the consensus from everybody. And it's like, fam, it's not there. Look at this one. This is another joke. Look, it's a chase sequence, and there's a red line in front of the guy running, so you know where he's going before he even goes. Why is this sequence even there? If you couldn't figure out how to design a chase sequence where people wouldn't get lost, I don't know what to tell you, my dude. And this is the thing. Like, I feel bad because I actually really used to like Insomniac. Matter of fact, like in the early days, like Insomniac follows me on Twitter. Like I was a huge fan of Insomniac before they got bought by PlayStation. And like Spider-Man 2 was my last straw. Like, there's people, who come out and say, oh, but it's Insomniac, so I'm automatically gonna be up for it. I'm like, fam, like, that was Spider-Man 2 for me. Spider-Man 2 is the game that I went ahead and went against my better judgment, right? I saw all the trailers that everybody saw, and I was like, man, this doesn't look good. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just fucking blinded, right? Maybe I'm just too much of a bot that I just can't like this game. And I said, you know what? No, I'm going to buy it. And I went in, I bought it. Okay. I bought it. I bought the 16 inches of Venom, whatever that was. I got the PlayStation console for Spider-Man. Like, I got into it. I was like, you know what? Let's go all in on Spider-Man. F it. It's Insomniac. It's Insomniac. Forget Sony. It's Insomniac. They made Miles Morales. Miles Morales was fire.
Yeah.
It's Insomniac. Okay. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Bro, Spider-Man 2 was doo-doo. It was doo-doo. I'm sorry. I know people like it. And I don't, when I say it's doo-doo, I'm not saying it's factually garbage for the world. I'm saying, for me, I did not like it immensely. And look, I think we got to just be real. We saw the leaks for PlayStation that happened, and we saw the Insomniac roadmap where they were turned in to the Marvel studio, and leading all the way up to 2030, that's supposed to have an X-Men game. And lo and behold, there's Jean Grey in Wolverine. Looks like they're still trying to make that happen. But the point is that during that time, you remember, we kept seeing people who were leaving Insomniac. People, first of all, Ted Price is out, right? The man who did this, he retired, right? He retired. He was done. Yeah, of course he's done, because he didn't want to sit down. Creative people don't want to be bogged down by this and stuck on this hamster wheel of development. So Insomniac, they lost so many people. All the talented people moved elsewhere. They all went to CDPR, right? They went to go work on the next Witcher game, the next Cyberpunk game. Like, this is what happened. And what I'm seeing here, okay, this is probably the most real effect I've ever seen of developers leaving a studio and what the outcome of that game was. Because, for instance, like, I saw Cage earlier, I kind of forgot to say it, but I forgot Cage earlier said, like, a lot of people who made Grand Theft Auto left, or Rockstar left. And it's like, okay, cool. I know they went to work on different studios, do different things. Cool. But no matter what, I can see with my eyes. I don't care who's in the background. I don't care who left, because who's there is making crazy shit, right? Red Dead Redemption 2 was the most peak game possible in history. Is one of my favorite games ever. Absolutely love it. I wish I could just replay it, but there's so many other games to play. But man, is it amazing. And then with my eyes, I can see Grand Theft Auto 6, and I know what this game is going to be, right? So it doesn't matter that people left that studio. It was amazing. Halo. People give all this shit to Halo. Halo Studios, they're trash. 343, gut them, get rid of them, give the game to somebody else. Hey, you know what? I just played Halo Campaign Evolved, completed it, and absolutely loved it. I'm sorry, I don't care who left, who's in Halo Studio, who's not in Halo Studio, what beef they got going on. You know why? Because they delivered cinema to me. Oh my God, was Halo 1 glorious. Now, obviously, we're taking it game by game. Game by game. And we'll see what happens when the next game comes out, what they do there. But this right here was a substantial increase over Halo Infinite. As far as visuals, they absolutely destroyed life with this game. Halo Infinite is beyond almost any game out there right now. It just looks so absolutely stunning. But the point is that like these other studios, they have all these problems. It don't matter because they're delivering. They're delivering. With my eyes, what I am looking at right here and what I've seen as I scrolled through Blue Thunder's feed over here for the preview that he's done for Wolverine, there's no innovation. There's no one exciting at that studio anymore. There's no one there. This is hamster wheel 101, and they're teaching the lesson. All right. This is the lesson laid out for every developer under the Sony brand. And it's frankly embarrassing. Okay. There's no way that you could tell me that this guy running with the red freaking beam behind his asshole, all right, is good design. I'm sorry. It's not. You know what's good design? I literally beat the entirety of Halo with no HUD. No HUD. Zero HUD. All my footage, HUDless. It's glorious. Okay? Glorious. And you know what that meant? That meant that I was able to figure out where to go based off the game and what it was saying and the context clues. Not this crap. This is crazy. Hey, can you imagine the dev who went up to them like, hey, listen, I'm going to make this chase sequence. Okay, but turns out everybody we let play, they go in one direction and our guy goes another and no one can find him. What do? Oh man, should we like reconfigure the environment? Should we put some more, sound cues in the game? Should we put something visually there that, maybe he knocks over some garbage cans so we have a trail, or maybe something in the environment can tell us where he's been? Nah, can we just have some red shit flying from his ass? Yeah. Let's go with that idea. That's the one, guys. The red shit flying out of his ass. That is the design decision we are going to make for Wolverine. But I'm just the bot who's hating on the PlayStation game. That's just what it is. Let's get the homie Pragmatic with that 5. Appreciate you, homie. Says, fun fact, Starfield, the game these idiots shat on, looks infinitely better than this Wolverine bullshit. Hey, Pragmatic, fun fact, you're absolutely fucking right, my friend. You are absolutely right.
Oh my God, dude.
Starfield shits on this game. And quite literally, that might be Starfield running from Wolverine. And that's red shit that it's just floating back into Wolverine's face as it runs through this map. It's a problem. It's a big problem. It's really ridiculous.
Do you think it's like they're trying to say it's some like sense he has or something, and that's what he's following? Because at least in the Halo, the HUD, that was it made sense because they literally have a visor in front of you and they initialize the visor to give you all those elements, right? Okay, that makes sense. Understood. Why is there a red fucking line? So the only thing I can think of,
bullshit, but that would just be a bullshit like, hey, this is the only thing we could do to get these people to follow this guy.
To your point,
put something in the game that lets them know it's part of his powers. Oh, okay. Powers.
If it was part of like a sense, it would be behind the guy, not in front of the guy.
Exactly. Now he's no. Jean Grey. Jean Grey is in Wolverine's mind. She could predict where he's running. And is the guy running on his own accord, or is Jean leading him? Maybe the guy's chasing the red. But how come we didn't see the red for these two
Maybe
bad
she's
guys that were over there
controlling both
waiting?
of them. She's just toying with both of them.
Yo, this is the stupidest fucking and I feel bad because I like Insomniac as a group of people, but I think they all left. I think they all left. And this is basically Insomniac is essentially Bungie at this point. It's just the worker bees. It's
You know what
just
this
the
feels
people
like?
with no creativity, and they're just the people that you say, hey, we need him to go from here to here, make it happen. They're like, okay, down, right, left. Oh, they're lost. Red lines out his ass. Deal done. Who okayed this, Hargeet? Somebody, some boss somewhere was like, stamp, good to go. Put this through, guys.
I think this was somebody who's working on this who doesn't play video games. And they said, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Why don't we have something telling me how to get there? And because of stupid toxic positivity, nobody told like that person, yo, that's fucking stupid. Like, that is not how you play games, bro. Like, that's just dumb.
I mean,
I
yo,
think that's
you
what
gotta
it is.
call
I
kids
can't
spades,
imagine like how else does this happen? I don't like how do you get to this? It makes very little sense. Like I could even see if it was like behind the person and you're doing like some Wolverine smell sensing thingy. Okay, fine, fair enough. It's in front of the guy. Like it just doesn't make any fucking sense. This is literally somebody who doesn't play video games saying, "I need this to be more cinematic and just tell me where to go." Like
maybe we're looking at this wrong. Okay, maybe this is not coming out of his ass, and he's just pissing into the wind, and then it's like there's a strong wind, so he's pissing into the wind, and then it's blowing back, hitting Wolverine in the face. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Wolverine's so ornery. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's so mad. That's why he's chasing them.
So pissed
Look,
off.
it looks like it's. You see they're like little. It's piss mist. All right, piss mist. All right, that's what's happening, bro.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's the new feature. That's gonna be on the box. Wolverine featuring brand new piss mist tech.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck?
All coming back to me, said the man pissing in the wind.
Oh my god. Oh my god, my dude.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
so
I don't know.
crazy.
Again, I don't like to pile on games until I play it, right? Because I don't know, it might be fun, whatever, right? But
Bro, you're
these
never
just
gonna play
look
this,
like
dog.
bad
You're
mechanics.
never gonna play it, bro.
Yeah,
It's the only
these just
time
look
you're gonna
like
get the
bad
chance to pile on.
mechanics.
Because as soon as this comes
Like,
out,
what are
it's
they
gonna
doing?
disappear, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna disappear
Tegan
like the
puts in
piss
there.
in the wind that
Yeah.
you see here.
Yeah, like Tegan puts out it's pisser tech, right? Literally. This is a Pisser Pro enhancement.
Oh my god! This is the real pisser tech. And then on the PS Pro, you get more sprinkles. That's the feature for the Pro. You can
Pisser Pro
chase them from further distance. Wow. Tegan, that was you gotta give him an achievement for that. I gotta put that on. I gotta put that up here. I gotta put that on here. This is the pisser. There you go. That's it. You did it. You did it.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh man. That was glorious. God damn. Yeah, I just I just don't understand. And then like look, he did slow motion. First of all, I'm sorry, but do we see what happened to his face? He had
No idea.
he had lines come through his face, but they don't stay. There's no lines. Where are they? Let's go bigger. He slowed this down, by the way. Holes are gone, my dude. Stabbed, no holes. Can we move it slowly? Let me see. Can we pause and then move it? Okay. There's the claws through the face, right? His eye, right? First of all, glasses, super bulletproof glasses. Super was his claw proof, right? Glasses don't break, glasses don't come off. He survives all. All right, then right after, let's go slow motion. Okay, claws are gone. So are the puncture wounds. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's your cool slow motion kill. Dead. Got it. Appreciate you. The finishers in Wolverine are so brutal, especially in slow motion. I mean, he got him real good on that one. That's some death. But again, I don't know. I feel like they should be getting dismembered, right? Like that's what should be happening. Okay, that's what you're supposed to be seeing in this game with this dude with these huge claws. Body parts should be popping off, right? He should be chopping limbs. But no, this guy, he's like, look at his neck stretched. Elasticity. You know, it just, you would think it would just pop off or something, but no. You know, his power's not enough. Okay. This average Joe, you see how high his neck stretched, Joe? Yo, I didn't notice until I kind of brought it up right now. Yo, his neck stretches. My dude, look, his neck's look at how close his neck is to his shoulder right now, right? Like, woo, look at that distance, dog. Yo, homeboy grew a neck. Mama, yo, homie turned into a giraffe mid-fight. All right. That's crazy. Oh my God. Oh shit. Pragmatic says you aren't supposed to pause the scene, CMoney. Oh no, my bad. Hardcore gamer, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Says the fact that the boss fight looks just like a boss fight in Hi-Fi Rush is insulting to this game. I mean, I don't know why they would do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I came across this mass grave of innocent mutants when I played Wolverine last month and instantly realized that the story will be dark. No, get out of here. I thought it was going to be a light and fluffy movie. Something tells me he didn't come across in so much as this is where the game took him, right? Like, I feel like that's a little disingenuous to say it that way, right? Or disingenuous, right? Like, if you're playing, you know, Skyrim, I came across this means that you explored and came across this. This was them saying, hey guys, we're a dark game. Okay. We're going to be really dark guys. Look, dead bodies, you know, all the people you killed coming up before this. That's not what made it a dark game. No. All the stabby you did to get here. No. That wasn't what made it dark. It's seeing the dead bodies of mutants. That makes it dark. Got it. No. I understand. And then there's more stealth. And then there's the Princess Bar, which I guess this is the that bar that he gets into that fight in.
Here to grace me with your presence.
You took the top shelf whiskey.
Earn it.
Oh my! He just has claws for real. Like, just at all times, he's just a monster. Oh, we gotta press the buttons. All right, this is a bit much.
Movie porn trash.
Right?
Self-righteous bullshit.
Right? Like, that's like, just now they're just putting this shit anywhere. Yes, the walking animation is garbage, by the way. Thank you, Pragmatic, for bringing that up. He says this walk animation is also trash. Yeah, great line though. Like, honestly, like everywhere, it's just like press the button, smash the button. That's it. That's all they got.
Earn it.
That's all this game has. Bro, they're gonna try to say that we're hating. This needed to be in the game. I'm just saying, this needed to be there. This had to be part of the game. I don't know, man. And then he said he had an absolute blast. Okay.
What's going on, guys? I got the chance to play Wolverine
Oh,
early.
no, he's doing an actual. Sorry, Blue Thunder. You're gonna have somebody listen to that on their own time. Troy Baker. Oh, is that Troy? They literally put him in the game. I like Troy Baker.
Where are the others?
Okay, that was too much energy for me. Here's the opening moments of the Wolverine campaign. Oh, let's see it. This is how the game starts. Get out of here. Bro, they can't do anything without you having pressed a button. Look at this. He gets shot in the head. Nah, he's mad. Unless you don't press L2 and R2. If you don't press L2 and R2, he's going to be happy. Oh, by the way, that leap is taken right from the other Wolverine games back in the day. Yo, I feel like sometimes shit is just a mockery. And I feel like that's what this is. I feel like this is a mockery of what a Wolverine game should be. It's kind of crazy, but all right, that's it. That's all the different things that we got to see from this moment. Let's get the homie Freddie Fox in building. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It says Insomniac fell off bugs that fell off. Bugs that caused resetting the game are still in Spider-Man 2. Facts. And what a cheap way to battle a Ben 10 Sentinel budget cuts, I guess. LOL. Yeah. You're right. Honestly, it's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous, man. I don't know how they're okay with this being the thing, right? Like, I feel like if there were some real people still at Sony, like still at PlayStation, who actually gave a shit about quality, they would have vetoed most of this game. Like, I just don't believe that this is something that would make sense. We got the homie Pragmatic Eagle saying him shrugging off headshots isn't a thing. Yeah, that seemed off to me, right? Like, Wolverine can heal, but if he gets shot in the head, he's still gonna like fall back, right? Especially when he wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got shot without realizing it, and then he just got launched into the side. I don't know. This is it's a crazy situation. So Hargeet, because I know we've been going back and forth with it for a while, but like overall, all right, how do you feel about everything we saw on Wolverine? What is your feeling on Wolverine? Am I being too harsh about what we saw here based off your eyes? You're never going to play it, so you can't say I'm going to reserve judgment until I play it. So you just got to give judgment now based off what you're seeing and what you're feeling.
I will I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good in some areas here. And I'm not talking about graphics. I mean just the gameplay. But you know, again, I'll wait till somebody plays the whole game and tells me whether it's good or not. But like, I don't know, like some of these things just seem really stupid. Some of these are just classic PlayStation because it's just what they do. Button mash, and then button timed events. Like whatever, dude. Like after playing like Halo, which just feels like so free flowing and just fun, you just come on. It's classic PlayStation gameplay. It's just hilarious that it's got stealth elements. Like, oh my goodness, really. All right, but whatever. I don't know. Like, we will see if people enjoy the game or not. It's not looking good, and I don't know. There's people on even the PlayStation side that have been kind of calling it out. It's like, well, why is this thing so generic? But hey, whatever. Like, this is their big game. It's going up against other big games that are coming out at the same time. So good luck to them, right? We'll see how it plays out. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
We will
not looking
see.
good.
We will
And
see.
PlayStation
It's not
needs a
looking
big
good.
win right now because they've got a lot of negative press. So they need a kind of big win, and this may not be it, right? So if it isn't, that's pretty bad. Now, look, it's still a PlayStation game. It's likely to still get that PlayStation bias. So it probably still will do pretty well from the critics. We'll see. I don't know if it'll sell as well because people see these things, and if they're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to play that. Especially when, look, we all know, if you know the numbers, right? Most people buy like 1 or 2 games a year. And this year has a marquee franchise coming. So you might as well just assume that's a game most people will end up buying that aren't general, many game players, right? A lot of people that play like 10, 15, 20, 30 plus games a year, they may not play GTA. They may play something else. That's fair, right? But the guys who buy, like, there's people who only buy 1 to 2 games a year. GTA is likely to be one of those games, right? So now you're asking them to pick one other game, and this may not be it. It just may not be it. Yikes. Like, I don't know, dude. It's not looking
Facts.
good.
So this here is the 2009 Wolverine X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
And you know what
this
what you're
PC?
just looking at? Say it again.
Is this backwards compatible on 360
I don't know. It's a good question.
for Xbox?
Now what I will say is, look at what you're seeing. This is just a cutscene, guys. No need. See, if this was a PlayStation game, they would have made you press X up top to jump, and then press triangle to fucking hit the window each time. Fucking press square to fucking launch them out the thing, and press circle to jump over there.
You forgot the cinematics in between each one. There'll be a 30-second cinematic between each. Bro, I was playing Ragnarok, and it was like, dude, I like the amount of cinematics. Like, oh, you're fighting. Oh, put the controller down. Watch cinematic. Oh, okay, I can play now. Oh, watch cinematic, and it literally is like that. You get to play for 10 seconds, and you watch like 30 seconds of cinematic. I'm like, can I just fucking play? Can I just like do this fucking battle and just like why are you get rid of these stupid cinematics? God damn it. But yeah, typical PlayStation.
Okay, so this is the last one real quick. I'll just show you. Somebody put, Sony games are so risky and innovative. The risk in question. This is a screenshot of Wolverine doing his stealth, right? And then screenshot over here doing their stuff. And then screenshot doing the stuff, right? And then screenshot doing the stealth. Oh my God. Listen, you can say what you want about Xbox and the games they made and put out. Okay. You know what? They weren't the same fucking game on repeat. Okay. This is just ridiculous, my dude. It's ridiculous. And frankly, like, I don't even have like words for it. I just don't know, man. It's just boring bullshit, right? It's just the same thing over and over and over again. And it's not, there is one thing if over and over and over again, things are getting better, right? Over and over and over again, they're taking it to the next level. Oh my God, they're doing this thing this way. No, it's the same. Actually, if you look at this slide, by the way, it gets worse as you go through it. It literally, if you start at the end, right, and then you work your way backwards, it progressively gets worse. Like, look at that game, and then look at this one. Look at this game, whatever game this. I don't even know what this game is, but this is years old, right? And then go back to this one, right? Like, what are we talking about here? Okay. What are we talking about? This is crazy. All right. Let's leave Wolverine alone for now. Okay. Let's move on. To the next topic. So, all right. As you know, we've been trying to let ponies know for a long time that their world is not the same. Okay. PlayStation doesn't care. Okay. PlayStation doesn't care about anybody except for the casuals who make them all the money. That's why they slowly stopped making their own games. And clearly, based off what we're seeing on Wolverine, they stopped caring about the quality of the games. Now, listen, this is Colin Moriarty. And listen, I don't know him personally. I used to listen to him all the time when I used to listen to IGN, PlayStation Beyond with him and Greg. I used to like them a lot, and then everything went real crazy. But he has since kind of gone on, he does his own thing. He has this whole, business over there, Last Stand Media. And, I don't really care for his takes for the most part. I think he tries a lot to make people see him as a really intelligent guy. Obviously I don't know him, so I can't, say that I think he is or not. But what I can say is that this is the first time I felt like he spoke in some type of way that makes sense to me. So let's listen to him for a little bit. But what this is that he's basically begging the PlayStation fans to just accept that they're not special and that they're nobodies. And we've known that for a long time, but I figured it'd be great to have Colin let them know. So let's listen for a little bit.
The one thing that I wanted to say, though, and I've been trying to articulate this, and I talked a little bit about this, I think, on the stream, but if I had more time and inclination, I would even make a video about this, because I think there's something here. I think this is the outcry, right, about not only the discs, but about PlayStation generally over the last few years. Because I've been on record as saying that I believe that there is something really weird going on. Like there's something weird in the ether. Something doesn't feel right. Right? Like it doesn't. There's something weird about PlayStation right now. And whether it matters or not, whether it tracks for the market or not, is a totally different story or a different series of stories. But what I think I've come to realize is we are seeing the outburst, reasonably so, of a group of people on a console and in the console space that are starting to realize that it's no longer about them.
Ooh.
And I was saying recently that I said it on social, I think, actually, that I kind of already realized this intuitively in the early to mid PS4 generation.
Oh,
when you started to see like what was doing well and how things were going and how things were selling and how people were spending their time. And I remember being blown away over and over and over again during that era, and even in the early Sacred Symbols era, where we would discover, like, how much are they selling these things in Fortnite for? What? Like, Madden Ultimate Team cards make what? Like, and you start kind of internalizing this idea. It's like, this can't possibly be true and it be about me anymore. And I think that people have gone along reasonably so under the idea that, oh no matter what kind of casual play goes on this console, it really runs through us. And we kind of determine the direction of things. And I'm like, I don't think so. And I think they're telling you that. And that's a tough fucking pill to swallow, because I understand that a lot of us were there since the beginning, and people like us are the ones that constructed this place. But they don't really care. And so we either
don't really care.
And you can't.
The acceptance is finally happening.
This is why when people were upset when I tweeted this last week, but it's true. It's like when they're talking about exclusive games and how important they are, I'm like, don't you see the inverse relationship between exclusivity and money made? It might not be causal, but it exists. In other words,
now
like,
exclusives don't matter for
our behavior
guys.
doesn't move the fucking needle. All of this shit does. They're making more and more and more and more and more money, releasing fewer and fewer and fewer first-party games, many of which don't even sell, like Saros.
Bro, how long have we been saying this shit to them? How long have we been saying it? And this motherfucker is trying to pretend like he's been saying this shit. Like he always knew. That's why he was such a big defender of putting exclusives on other places, right? He wants the games on Xbox and on PC. That's what he told everybody, right? He wants them on Xbox. No, he didn't say that. I think Colin spoke to some people over at PlayStation, and he got a rude awakening. And he's like, I should probably pivot right now. Let me let everybody know I'm pivoting officially. We don't need exclusives or anything. Let's keep going. Let's see how far
Which
he
was
goes.
Played by a virtually irrelevant number of people. When you consider they have 125 or 130 million monthly active users and 500,000 people played them by a virtually irrelevant number. Releasing fewer and fewer first-party games, many of which don't even sell, like Saros, which was played by a virtually irrelevant number of people. When you consider they have 125 or 130 million monthly active users and 500,000 people played it. And then what you walk away from that is that your behavior matters. Like,
right, yeah.
And I describe it as a level of myopia. It's not an attack. It's not an insult.
Crazy.
It sucks for me too. If PlayStation was what I wanted it to be, it wouldn't look like this. Does this make any sense to you guys? I really think that there's something here.
There is something here. All right. So what's here is that you are now having that come to Jesus moment where you realize that no matter how much you claim that PlayStation has these great games and that there's exclusives for a reason, and you only fought against exclusives when it came to Xbox, you are now coming out to admit that PlayStation players that are the vocal minority don't matter. And PlayStation 100% showed them with the disc controversy. They don't care about the crying. They don't care what you think or what you feel. You are nothing in their eyes. And it's just hilarious that now they want to come out here and act as if, this is just, I knew it forever, guys. It's been so long since I knew. This is the first time I'm saying it, but I knew. Come on, man. Come on. That's crazy. Hargeet, come on, man. Say something to this guy. What's going on here?
So first, I'll give him this. Yay, you realized reality.
Reality has set in officially.
And then, of course, we have
emotional damage.
I feel like he was holding back tears having this conversation. He was like, it sucks for me too, guys. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I asked for.
So you're telling me this Game of the Year Astrobot didn't move the needle? Didn't matter? Oh,
what? Okay. That's not what you wanted?
That's not what happened? Okay. Damn, we haven't been saying this for a while, have we? Whatever. It's good that you finally realize it. Great, awesome. It sometimes you just it takes a while to get there. Fair enough. But it's been obvious from all the numbers that the big, the black hole games, as they're called, the black hole games, they take up all the money. That's just the way it is. And they take up all the energy. One of those games, well, actually several of those games, belong to platforms other than PlayStation. In fact, I don't think PlayStation has any black hole game. Basically, they belong to your competitors. It
depends on how you define black holes. Okay, because
so Call of Duty,
things that disappear and are gone forever. Yes, every game that releases a black hole because you don't hear about them again after release. They all go ahead and disappear.
The black hole games are the ones that take the energy away from everything else. Right, they just suck out all the energy from everything else. Right, so cool that you made Astrobot Game of the Year, nice, but nobody played it because unfortunately they were busy playing that other game called Call of Duty, which is the game that they actually bought, right, and Fortnite, which is the game they actually engaged with. It's just the way it is, and PlayStation doesn't own any of those. They really tried to go down that path, and there was a reason they went down that path because they saw the same freaking thing, and they're like, we need to own one of those, and it has not worked. They tried Bungie, failed. They tried to make their own Concord, failed. They tried everything, it failed. They just have not been able to make it happen. Helldivers was their best shot. Decent, did okay. Not exactly a black hole game, just not. So not bad though. I'm not gonna pile on that game in any way. It's good. People play it, they still engage with it. Great. It's just not at that level. And this is just the world that you have to see, which is why Microsoft went and spent billions to go buy Minecraft, to go buy fucking ABK, to say I now own Candy Crush, which just prints money every year for me. I own Activision's Call of Duty. It prints money. Why do you think they went after those? Because they have the cash. And they're like, we know this thing will just keep selling every year, putting revenue to our bottom line and giving us profit. Why the hell wouldn't we do that? Sony just can't roll that way. If they could, if they had the money to buy these things, they would bought them. They would have bought them. They know the same. They see the same thing. Now you get to the reality that, oh, you want to have the next God of War. Great. God of War may actually make money. A lot of the stuff they had didn't. That's why the studio's closed. It's just the way it is, including Japan Studio. They shut down Japan Studio. It's what they do. They don't care about your crap. They don't care. They care about making money. Always have, always will. That's the whole point of freaking any company. But in this case, PlayStation drives the profits of Sony. What else do they got? They basically gave everything else away. They don't do the car anymore. Nice. They gave away the TVs.
The car? He brought the car. Oh, damn.
What the fuck do they have? They basically have PlayStation and their movies and music, which they're doing something there. And then they've got Crunchyroll, and then like what? They got the cameras. Like, I don't know, whatever. Like they bank on PlayStation. So they're looking to drive as much profit out of it as they can. That is who they're going to care. They're going to go after the customer that's going to buy the microtransactions on Fortnite. That's what they care about. It is what it is. They're the ones that want to get the $70 for the Call of Duties every year. That's what they're looking for. They don't care about this kind of stuff. Now, they'll keep trying to cater to you in some way and give you your one game a year. They've told you that. They're going to give you your one game a year. And the rest of it just is irrelevant to them. And that game could end up being, if that's what you got, that's what you got. It could be Saros. Thankfully, this year they got 2.
Or it could be Wolverine.
That's the way it is.
The shit show that we just said.
They got Wolverine and Saros. So, and to be fair, they have Tokon, which is not lighting it up either, but, whatever.
That's
fine.
also shit in the bed.
It's good they finally look at it that way to understand that the entire point of all this is not fandom. If they cared about the fans, to engage with the fans, they would have a fan fest like thing, which they had before, but they shut it down because they don't give a shit about you. They care about your wallet. That's it. And they're looking to get more out of it. And it's not like they haven't told you this. They've outright told you, we're going to engage more with our current customers and get more money from them. That's how we're going to subsidize the cost increases. They've literally outright said it. What do you expect they're going to do? It's like they're obviously looking to find way. Anyway, whatever. Like it's so obvious. These things are just hilarious that you're finally realizing the obvious, right? Like, fine, whatever. But it's good. They finally getting to the point of realizing, yep, this is what's happening, right? And it's across the board. I'm not going to say that other sides aren't doing this too. It's not like, freaking Switch 2 comes out with an $80 Mario Kart. Okay. Like, really? $80 for that? Okay, fair enough, buddy. But it's real. Not like Microsoft's not like trying to increase the cost, like increase the price of the consoles. Like they have to deal with the realities of what the market is too. So I get it. And $30 Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, which failed miserably, and like in the first time in history, somebody actually reduced the price of a subscription. Like, wow. But anyway,
nice.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're getting to that point. That's awesome, and hopefully you can push back. And like I don't know if there's enough engagement from the company to give a shit though. That's kind of the problem, right? At least on the parasocial thing that we get on Xbox. Yeah, you get to talk to them and tell them what you want, right? They can ignore it entirely or take it in and say, maybe we should do something like that, right? At least you get to tell them. And the PlayStation side's like, pay me, bitch, shut up and pay me. That's all they care. They don't care at all. You literally see it with the physical. They're like, yeah, we hear you, but fuck off and just go away. We don't care because it's not going to hurt our bottom line. We don't give a shit about your feelings. Fuck off. They literally basically just said that. It's the way it is. They don't care. Like, what do you want? It'd be much better if they engaged with you. You know, you might be able to say, hey, these are things we would like. They don't care. They're cool with you just paying them. That's it. So, you know, you have alternatives in this thing called an open market. You could walk away and you could go to a competitor. Doesn't have to be Xbox. You could go to PC. It's a wide open platform. You could go to Nintendo if you like. Fair enough, right? But there are alternatives. You could not spend money with that company if they don't cater to you. That's the way the market works. So if you're finally figuring this out, the answer is, I don't like you anymore, Sony. I'm not spending my money with you. That's it. That's the only thing that works. Enjoy if you actually want to fix it. If you actually want to make change, stop spending money with that platform. Go to something that does actually cater to what you want. Have fun. Enjoy, buddy.
Facts. You know, it's funny, this whole thing with Colin coming out here saying this, you know, it really highlights the current situation that we're in with both of these publishers and these platform holders, right? Because, you know, as admitted by Colin and what we all know, right, PlayStation has 100% moved away from its core, right? Completely just gone. They don't care about the core. We've talked about it a bunch of times, and I've said it a bunch of times. Like, PlayStation is almost angling for their way out of the first party game. You know, I just don't think they care enough. That's why they're minimizing it so much. It just doesn't matter. They see how insignificant it actually is for them. Where we are, you know, legitimately seeing the exact opposite scenario take place on the Xbox side right now. Obviously, everybody cares about the casuals who are putting the money in the pockets, right? Nobody's being disillusioned there, but Xbox, at least Asha's new Xbox, right? Asha's Xbox is legitimately taking the eyes that used to just be on how much money are we making, what are the decisions we're making to maximize our profits, right? That was where we were heading. Where now Asha's like, no. We need to earn the trust of our core. We need to bring the core back to a place where they feel like this is theirs, right? So while PlayStation is moving away from the core, ironically, Xbox is actually moving towards the core, right? They're moving back towards the core. They're making decisions that completely spit in the face of just focusing on the casuals, right? Taking the game like Gears away from the competition. Although Gears Reloaded went over to PlayStation and didn't light anything on fire. I think Gears E-Day absolutely would have been way more successful because it's just a monster of a game. It looks amazing. But they said, no. That's going to be for the hardcore players, right? We're starting with that game. And they're literally doing things like they put that what was that thing that they put up, that place where you can go and the player voice forum, whatever, right? Where you can go and put your thing that you wanted them to change, and they would look at it and make changes. Now, I think that, and Hargeet, you could jump in and let me know if you think otherwise, but I feel like that one was a little bit more for show. Okay, I think that one was a little bit more for show because they did a few things right away with it, like some small few things real quick, and then now we kind of move past it, right? Like the player voice is not being looked at anymore. I don't know what things are on the player voice, but nothing new is coming.
Yeah, I wonder if they are still looking at it. I haven't looked at the player voice.
We haven't heard anything. We haven't heard anything.
Probably because we just haven't looked at it, right? So player voice.
Well, it would be announcements, right? Like she's come out and be like, "Oh, we're doing this for the player voice. We're doing this." I don't think anything since like the hour display from days to hours. I think that's the last thing they did.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now to see which ones are actually. are actually actively in change playtime from days to hours. One of the ones they did that was a while ago.
That was it.
I can actually filter on the ones that actually have already supported. Great news. They have a bunch of open ones. What do we got? Add more badges and fix gameplay hours. Yep, they did that. Total hours on profile. Yeah, I don't see one that's great news, but then already supported, nothing. And then what does open mean? Because they have exclusives. They obviously did that, right? So
Nope. That was the big one, right? But that was always going to be the big one, right? So the player voice sounded more like there was other things. Is there anything up there on the list that has not been handled, or have people just stopped using the player voice?
I could do this based on newest. Let's see. Yeah, there's stuff that people keep posting. Yeah, there's still stuff from 1 hour ago. People are still posting stuff.
Okay, but nothing's happening really from it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is or isn't. Because it's not. I don't know what open versus not open means.
I mean, open sounds like has it been done, and closed sounds like they handled it. Right? Like, I feel like that's kind of what it is. Well,
yeah, I'm looking at all the ones that are
just sitting there.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at all the categories that aren't, open, and there's nothing there. Open's the only one that has a whole bunch of stuff, right? So, if I take that out, there's nothing. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. I would say that at the end of the day, it's nice to see the real kind of opposite effect taking place right now, where again, we've always known that PlayStation didn't care about, the hardcore PlayStation fans, that they just were in it for the dollars. I mean, Sony is literally just using PlayStation for the money and for the IP to make money in their other endeavors like movies and TV shows and such, right? Like, that's just where they are. Where Microsoft, again, all the things that they're doing is trying to cater towards the hardcore. I mean, even when you look at, it's sad, but even when you look at when they got rid of these smaller studios, right, and let them free or sold them off, right, it was because they know that the hardcore fans did not care about those games. And I say hardcore a little loosely because I'm also a hardcore fan, but I did care about those games. But I would say the most vocal hardcore fans, the ones that were going on there and making a lot of noise, they wanted the big games. They wanted the big games, and Xbox was too much of in a kumbaya. Hey, the game will be ready when it's ready. Take your time, work on what you're passionate about. We'll fill in with the smaller games and you'll be good to go. That didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. And what they're doing is they're taking these amazing studios that were making their own games and they're saying, you know what? You're going to make your own game, but with our IP. You're going to make your own game, but with our IP, right? They're going ahead and putting focus on the most hardcore players, the people who want the next, Elder Scrolls, the people who want the next Fallout, the people who want all of these big IPs, the next Halo, all that stuff, right? They're making moves to put that into a normal rotation where we're getting more of those big games that we all know and love, right? So, it's just crazy that Asha's Xbox is going back to the core. You know what I'm saying? It's going back to the core, while PlayStation, that ship has sailed. All right. Hargeet, anything to add on this before we move on to the last quick little topic?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, it's good that they're seeing it, but and it looks like there's more than that happening because of other things that are happening, like especially the physical thing, right? It's pushing a lot of boundaries. Like people are starting to see like how much toxicity there is on that side with the fandom there. And like when you try to push back on something that like people have a right to say, hey, look, I want physical games. Why are you taking this away? And there's a lot of like negativity poured on those people for God knows what reason. It's like, okay, the decision is made by somebody. That doesn't mean it's the right decision, right? Like it is what it is, right? We've certainly looked at decisions that Xbox has made and said, that doesn't seem like a good idea, right? It is what it is. You just call it out and say, all right, well, that's the decision they made, but I don't agree. I think they should do it this way. Fair enough, right? Like you have a right to your opinions. I don't see how that makes it something you have to be like, thrown out of the community for. It's like, why does this matter? Like, it's your opinion, right? Fine. But whatever. If it's something that causes PlayStation to eventually change, that's a good thing, right? We want them to get the eventual feedback, and the only way that works, of course, is money, because they don't care about any other feedback. It's just don't engage with them. If you don't engage with them, they will change because they want your engagement. So if it works, because remember the big black hole games still exist, and as long as they keep making that money, they don't care. So, and a lot of those black hole games digitally available, right? And they don't need your core audience to do anything because they will get their money. That's all they care about. So
100%. You are not wrong, my friend. All right, we're gonna go on to the last little piece, and this is a fun one, because by definition it is fun, guys. The open beta is here for Gears, and if you haven't hopped in, you absolutely need to. It is so good. Even if you're not a PvP fan, Horde Siege mode is also epic. You got to jump in. Gears is going to be a special one for sure. Question, Hargeet, have you played any Gears?
No
Gears.
I haven't had a chance yet. No.
All right.
Nope.
Well, you got a few days this weekend. You can hop in for a little bit at some time. At least put your hands into the Horde mode. All right. It's good. It's good mode. But either way, that's fire. If you haven't, definitely go check it out. If you're curious how fun it is, watch our stream from last night. Me and a bunch of the homies had a great time, and we actually did pretty good. All right. Turns out we got some hardcore Gears fans in here who are actually good on the sticks, way better than I am. So we did some damage. I mean, we got beat up, but we also did some damage. It was good stuff. It was fun. That being said, okay, as nice as it was to sit down and play with, I was using my Halo, the Elite 2 that I love. It would have been nice to have something different to play with. And what different could I be talking about? Well, our homie Asha has gone ahead and announced, let me get rid of the sound, that Gears has one of the most distinctive visual identities in gaming. The team put a lot of thought into these, and I love how they turned out. That's right. There are new controllers, guys. New controllers. They are beautiful. Look at them. Love them. That's the one that you're going to be able to make on the website. This is releasing as is. Guys, this is crazy. Okay. First of all, you look at this guy over here on the left. Tell me that's not the dopest mother effing controller. How dope is that, bro? Look at how the red is breaking through the ground, the lava, the hardened lava. Oh, man. That is so dope. That is going to be in my hands. My beautiful doodle went ahead and pre-ordered that for me. So I'm very, very excited for that. That comes out on September 30th, but you can pre-order it now, and it is sold out in a lot of places already. So if you haven't, that sucks. But definitely keep an eye out if they come back into stock. But the other one, which is also fire, is going to be available with Xbox Design Lab on September 30th. So on September 30th, we go, we design it, and then we get it. And I'm hoping that that's going to be able to be done as an elite, because I want myself a new elite controller. Don't get me wrong, I love these controllers, but man, I love myself a good elite. So I don't know if anybody in the chat pre-ordered the red one, the lava one. I don't even know what they're calling it, but it's fire. Hargeet, did you like them? Did you see them? What did you think about them?
Yeah, they look pretty good, man. I want to get the elite one, so I'm hoping the Design Lab gives you the elite option, and not just the normal. So if it does, that might be something I pick up. That looks pretty good. I like the other one though. I think you did the first one, the one on the left there. That looks really good.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
It looks
If that
so
was in the elite,
sick, man.
right? Now it might not be feasible because of like the rubber grips on the bottom, right? So maybe it just doesn't work. But yeah, the other one looks like it might be okay to fit with the elite. So the other problem though is there's leaks of an Elite 3. So
I know. But these are
like,
definitely going to be like collector pieces for me, where I'll just, once the Elite 3 come out, I'll start using those and put these on the side. But man, they are beautiful, bro. I just don't understand what is it like. Does PlayStation really just not have the funds to get a design together that actually looks good? Because they make the most horrid designs in all of gaming.
Well, I mean, they have the Wolverine controller. Isn't that good?
Yeah, and it looks,
I have no idea.
It looks average. It looks average.
It looks
nothing special.
Man, yeah.
When you always make shit, right? Something that is a little bit better, feels better than it actually is. Like they're not great. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of good ones over there. Over here on Xbox, they make all types of dope controllers, man. I have so many that are everywhere. Some iconic ones, like the Sea of Thieves one. That is a banger. Did you ever see the Sea of Thieves one?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I didn't buy it. But man. Yeah.
So beautiful. So beautiful. But yeah, I mean, they make so many great ones. Obviously, the Halo one is iconic. There's so many good ones. But this is coming, man. Actually, pretty soon. I mean, I guess in a couple months, the translucent green ones are going to drop, which also is another amazing looking controller. They just can't stop, won't stop with Xbox and their controllers, bro. It's just, they're so good, man. I love them. You can't be mad.
We get a nice little console coming up. X25.
Oh yeah. Did you already put in your thing for it?
Oh yeah, it's already done. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. Can't wait. We get the controller. It's part of it. I love this controller though. It's so good. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see? Right? Not really. But I have like the old is that the Xbox One? The Gears Xbox One with the claw marks on it.
Yeah.
Oh, such a dope console. I have it displayed up there next to Marcus. And I have the controller, the Gears controller that comes with it right there. It's really dope. It looks like it's the inside of that controller. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like it's in there, but now the lava got over it. I mean, I don't know. It just looks so sick, man. They crushed it. They did a great job. Shout out to whoever on the team, does this, who designs these things, because this is a W. Like they need a raise. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really top notch. I mean, this is similar to like the Doom one. Like remember the Doom controller they just released? The regular controller was similar to this one, right? Like it's that bulky green controller. And then they made the elite one that you can get that was less impressive, I would say. Still dope, but less impressive than the standard one. I actually used the Doom one. Oh, what is that?
The Doom one.
Oh, that's the Doom Elite. Yeah. I gave my Doom to not my Doom. I got the Doom one for Doodle. So that's the controller that Doodle plays with.
The chat pad on it, but yeah.
Well, you got the chat pad. But yeah, it's a stunning controller, man. It's really beautiful. Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, that looks pretty good, man. So that's probably gonna be the replacement. I actually still have the Halo one, the Elite in box. I haven't.
Oh yeah.
opened it.
I mean, that's still my go-to every time. It's right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't stop, won't stop. Love it.
The chat pad's pretty good for PC. I use this on PC, and you
Yeah.
can use it. The chat pad works as a keyboard.
The Horizon
Nice.
one, still so pretty. I use it on the PC every once in a while. I got so many, bro. There's so many everywhere.
Yeah.
I love them. That other Forza one, the Forza 5 one, the Mexico one, is still like fucking crazy. Dude.
Awesome.
Like that's still one of my favorites, man. Like
There you go.
it's so sick. It's so sick. There's so many dope ones, man. There's so many dope ones. And it's just, I don't know, it's just an Xbox thing, man. Xbox just has all this cool shit. It's really, really good stuff. I use my Doom controller. I have the regular Doom one. I use it upstairs for my the dock for my Ally X, the Xbox Ally X. So I have a controller that I leave in the bedroom. So if I dock it up there, I'll play with that controller. It's great. Love it. Love it. Feels good. Love having choices, man. I love having choices. Xbox all about choices, man. And that's the best thing about them. All right, man. Well, enough show and tell. This was fun. I'm excited for these here. Let's check our look. The table's turned, Hargeet, for the poll. 59% of the people said they would be disappointed. 41% said no. So, all right, we do have more people who showed up who would be pissed if Elder Scrolls is not exclusive. Honestly, I just think it has to be, man. I just think it has to be. I can't imagine any other scenario that would make sense. Again, they chose this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody forced Xbox. Yeah. They chose this. They said, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to do exclusives. Great. But now you made some promises and it's time to keep those promises, right? It's time to not only keep them, and let's be clear, like they went ahead and said that there's going to be some games that are not going to be exclusive, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Nobody cares about that. Like if you're going to do some, you need to do the big ones. If you want to make all your little ones everywhere and just do the tent poles, cool. I don't think anybody's going to be mad if they get Halo exclusive, Halo 7, if they get Elder Scrolls exclusive, if they get Fallout exclusive, if they get all the big boys exclusive, and you need to put the little ones everywhere else, I don't think they're going to be mad. I think the hardcore people are going to be mad if the opposite happens. Okay, they're going to be mad if they're only getting small games as the exclusives and all the big games are going everywhere. It's a moot point. It's like, why are we even doing this, right? So, so let me end this poll. All right. The majority of the people do feel that way. But all right, man, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate all of y'all for rocking out with us, man. It was a fun show. Thank you to the homie Hargeet for being here and coming through. Hargeet, why don't you let the people know where to find you, what you got going on?
Yeah, if you want to check out my channel, it's Hargeet Chani 1 on YouTube, and then my merch, if you want to pick it up, shop.chani.us, including my book, Emergence, and then also the fun little thing I did with Xbox with Make Xbox Great Again. You can get that too if you want. Anyway, so I'll be on with Web Dave on Sunday. Check that out, 7 p.m. US Eastern Time, and we'll be back next week. See what's going on.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Remember, we will be back Monday night, not Tuesday, because Tuesday I have some work stuff that I have to do. So Monday night we'll be back, and do have a special guest. Our boy Josh from Game List Plus will be joining us again on Monday night. So that's going to be a fun one. Be here for that. Then, of course, we'll be back on Thursday with We Doing It Live. And then Friday night, we'll be back with the homie Hargeet in the building. All right. guys, thank you again. Appreciate y'all. Make sure if you have it, hit the like button on the way out and do me a solid. It really means a lot if you can go ahead after the show's done. Drop a comment, man. Drop a comment. It does mean a lot to us. We really do appreciate. Just let everybody know how you like the show. You know, appreciate anything, any input that you put on there. Again, like it, hype it up if you can. You know, stuff like that really helps the channel. We were away for a couple of weeks from streaming, and you know, we kind of got to get the ball rolling back again on the algorithm. So yeah, if you can, please go ahead and do that. I really, really do appreciate that. But guys, thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are all awesome. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle, we're done. Until next time, you're intruding.